that relationships will often end in disgust. And I know you want my love, but there's nothing to discuss. I don't need you in my life no more. I don't need you in my life no more. I got no money, it's getting sunny, but I still feel cold. I've been nose running, you funny, you going
That you should know, I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. I think I'm a little loud today, aren't I? I'm going to turn down a little. Let me know if it's a little quiet. It should be about good. How y'all doing, though? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. Big new class changes tomorrow. A couple of nerfs, augmentation evoker, guardian druid specifically. And then augmentation PvP stuff is like more restructuring than anything. Otherwise, buffs left and right all across the board. It is awesome. Excited to see what 10.17 is going to bring for PTR. So far, I will be honest, I'm a little concerned, a little surprised though. No class changes for 10.17 yet. Just like, are we going to get some, or is it just like some features and it's going to be that's it? I am really, really hoping they have something big cooking. I'm hoping it's just like, all right, let's get some of the other stuff tested, you know, let's just get some of the little things in there. I mean, customization wise, it's going to be good. Like the Manari, however you call it, the new demonic Draenei, I mean, that's going to look good. The new catch-up stuff is good. All gear stuff is good. The patch is setting up, which is probably going to be like this flame fire patch is good. The armor sets we're getting, we don't even know how we're going to get them, look fantastic, although you can pull them up in PTR, individual items specifically. That being said, I am waiting for class changes. I am hoping to do a rogue rework. They gave one for paladins, they gave one for mages, they added an entire spec with 10.15. And they said that rogues are going to get a rework. I want to hold their feet to the fire, dude. I'm hoping we get one. Don't get me wrong. I like some of the changes they've done so far. Class generally plays okay, but there are some parts that definitely feel outdated. Augmentation was broken in solos. I mean, it still is for a couple of days. Yeah, it's not terrible. It definitely, it strives this weird angle of like, it's not quite a healer, but it definitely has quite a bit of healing. It's not quite a full DPS, but it has moments of big DPS. It's just like a straight up support class that should be treated kind of like a healer in most cases, but also it's a healer that does, it's like a disc priest that's built themselves all for damage, but natively has some healing to them, except it's kind of like the other way around. It's weird. How y'all doing though? Welcome back. I got a bunch of vaults ready to go for tomorrow. I'm excited. Let me get the music back in. I want to get my mega dungeon done on the monk, I think. I've been playing healer a bit. I've been loving it, dude. I want to start off with that and then maybe get a couple more keys done as well. I gotta get, I feel like, a couple of decent keys done on the Evoker before the nerf it, right? That and the Guardian Druid, although that nerf isn't gonna be too bad. It is weird. I think it's good that they're changing the game and they're changing the meta, right? I hope they keep things like not too overtuned, not too OP, but like the idea that you're adding all these classes that are doing more than just a DPS, right? A support class. I think it's a good idea. I want them to go through with it. I want them to continue doing with it. I do want them to do new stuff. I do want Blizzard to do new things. I do want them to evolve the game forward. And I think augmentation is good. You just need to be measured with it. You can't let it be overpowered for a little too long either. It needs to be perfect. But I want them to do new stuff. That is the important part. If it's like old prop pally meta, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I feel like I do hope it doesn't start to feel like a prop paladin though. Because prop pally is a tank that just happens to be able to do healing and happens to be able to do more damage than all the other tanks, which is decent enough. Speaking about tanks doing good in PvP, actually, I shouldn't even say anything. I shouldn't even spoil you guys yet. I do want to start out with a monk. I have been playing Mistweaver. I love Mistweaver, dude. I am loving Mistweaver. Apparently, like, if you play it right for Mythic Plus, you're playing a full aggression build. You're full fist weaving. You are dealing damage to heal your party. You're not really keeping them, not really doing much, actually, like stand and heal there. I did a dungeon. It didn't go super well. I mean, these two DPS weren't really doing that much damage at all. And the tank kept doing like weird stuff. Like the first boss, I guess second boss, depending how you do them. The Trog boss, you know how you're supposed to take him to the totem and then interrupt the ads to bring him to the totem or whatever, and DPS the totem. It would keep the boss away from the totem. I don't know why. So nobody switches to the totem. So the totem keeps doing its AoE. And I'm starting to fall behind, so I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna go hit the totem. One, I think the red pally went in to help me hit the totem. At least we take that out, but it's just like everything was done so weird, and so I don't know. What is it? Fourth boss was also done weird. It's the one with the fire and stuff and whatever. Right? You're supposed to take the boss towards one of the statues that isn't active, because then you can dodge all the other volcanic stuff, and then the boss takes forever till they run to the middle, and that's a bit of time you can DPS him. But it's just a safer spot to be in, and everybody can play. He kind of just stood in the middle, and it just felt just. I mean, the fireballs, I guess tornadoes at this point, right? The fire walls that are closing to you. They're slow moving, but it felt like with so much going on, with so much healing, and just in a weird position that we're in, eventually just have a bunch of them coming from every angle. It starts to feel like bullet hell. Like the slowest projectile in the world. Like your grandma can dodge that. Like seriously, it's slowest, but it feels so overwhelming when you have a bunch of them firing off and you're in a really bad spot. Is it just me? Let me get the fan up and running real quick. Anyway, long story short, that dungeon went swimmingly. We didn't time it, but I felt great in terms of healing. That felt awesome, and I feel like I picked up a couple of tricks. A couple of little tricks. I looked at a log of like how Monk was healing some of your Mythic Pluses, and specifically under Rod, I learned a thing or two. It was kind of nutty. When I was at Rage Quit, oh no, did my 12 kill fall apart? I'm sorry, Dalaran check, привет, здорово, скиндов. Hold on, все Лего стрима и хорошего настроения. Большое спасибо, Скиндас, большое спасибо. Извиняюсь, что как русский прокарякал. Dude, your lashes, how are you so handsome? Lashes, Chrissy? I've actually got complimented when I was like in middle school and high school for my eyelashes. I've naturally had long eyelashes. I don't know. I like, what is it? In Russia, it used to be a thing, like when somebody had long eyelashes, people would say that you could stack matches on those things and actually like put matches, like actual like, you know, matches to light a fire. Just putting matches on eyelash. I don't know if that's something people do. I just know in Russian people would say like you could stack matches on those things, and that's what people would actually do. Like when you're just hanging out with friends or whatever, you know somebody has long lashes, and you're just like, hold on, I got it. Let me see if this works. Ah! Or if it fell. It was like the early Pog moment before people knew what the hell a Pog was. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody actually does that. I got compliments about it back like middle school and high school. A handful of times. What's up, Dale? What's up, Mike? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Alrighty, let's go Dawn. Can't spell. I want to do Dawn. Hopefully like a full, clean, fresh one, yeah? Hopefully. Looking for pumpers only. Okay, well this group took me. Hopefully they haven't started it yet. Oh yeah, by the way, have you seen this mount? I got it from the, what's it called? The Time Rift. I decided to do it just so I can get myself an actual weapon for the healer. That's my actual weapon. That's your real weapon, Dal. I'll get a couple of ice stones after I get done with Dawn, so I'll be able to at least upgrade that a little bit. Or maybe I'll get a weapon from this place, so I'll be happy with that. You know, final boss or whichever boss gets a staff. No, there's an ONYXIA staff, isn't there? That would be a deal. Which boss drops that one? What are the bosses happening tomorrow? And nerds happening tomorrow. Did I write nerds in the title, or did I write nerfs? Correct me here real quick. I don't have it pulled up. What are the buff and the nerds? Buffs are mage buffs, hunter buffs, warrior buffs for PvP. And nerds are the evokers and the druids. They're gonna be nerds getting the nerfs. Not just dummy. All good, all good. Is everybody here? Inside chill in front of the boss? Wait, fresh run? Hold on. Fresh run? Is this a fresh run or no? Because if it's not a fresh run, then I don't want to do it. Okay, they're saying it's a fresh run. Okay. I'll believe it. I'll trust it. I'll head over there. I'm part of the minority of players that can't dodge balls, especially when they pop all around me because I'm not enough trading. Yeah, I'm usually pretty good at dodging mechanics. Again, slowest mechanic in the world. Sometimes I feel like I'm overwhelmed mechanics up until I'm like, I recognize and I just tell myself, wait, this is actually a very slow projectile. Once I tell myself that, it feels like I can really dodge it. But even then, like that boss, fourth boss of Uldaman, it's just like, if you position them in a weird spot, it just feels like they just keep firing off like from every direction, and it's just like, it feels like bullet hell. But if you put them in a corner, it feels like they only come from like behind where you are, so you're just like sidestepping and dodging for the most part, and you're chilling. It's actually kind of chill if it's like towards one side. I don't know, maybe I gotta try it out. Maybe I gotta play a bit more. Exactly, it's so slow. Yeah, I feel you though. All right, how do you guys think this is gonna go? Because I'm hoping this will be like a one and done. Feels like some of these guys do have a bit of gear, at least for like 25-ish or so. I'm surprised we don't have an evoker for this group. Double mage though? Frost and what, fire? A double frost and a hunter. Okay, this should work okay, I guess. Hunter might be like a friend carry, sorta, kinda. Even though it will be easy to heal though. Oh, he's got actually decent trinkets too. And a weapon. That feels bad, man. You know what? As a demon hunter, I want to craft a weapon too, but it's like, I know that I need a croc tusk. I know I need that weapon. So should I craft one? I don't even know if it's worth. You know what I mean? Are we ready? Double heals. Pet is really nice. Sarah Joss. I think it'll be fine, yeah. Ready? Are we ready, boys? But anyway, I've been playing this as a Fist Weaver. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Apparently you're not even supposed to, like, I guess you are supposed to put a hot as much as you can, but like when you are Fist Weaving and you can hit something, it is generally a lot better. And I'm just like trying to figure out like, what should I be doing? Should I be hotting? Should I be melee healing? Which one should I do? Put in a check on the countdown. Who's lead? Oh, this guy, I guess. Alright. Not that I'm like telling you guys, oh my god, Mystery was so good, watch me like die instantly. Why don't you just like walk in and instant die? I'm gonna pull this over here-ish. Kill that guy very, very quickly. Who's it going? I should be able to do that for you. Where are you? Oh, okay. We're dead. Gotta soak your circle. This may not be a great one. Off the bat, I'm not seeing a lot of like mechanical play. But I guess we'll see. We'll give it another go. But if it's like, if it continues being a problem, then we may have to dip and try a different one, boys. Because it's a question of like, do I really want to sit here and like learn the fights? I kind of just want to do it. So I guess we could find another one. Let's find where he does leave so he makes circles small ones. Let me just ask. Because like maybe I could offer tips.
I just wanted to let you know. Do you think about me?
Just handle the... I think that's the easiest part. It's just letting the person who does like the circle where the boss does leap, then you do your soak. You bait the circle away for the leap, and then you handle the soak after. We're into the last one, but thank God there first. That's fine. Still soak. I think there used to be like a debuff, like if you soak too many of them, you got a big debuff or a big dot. I don't think it's anymore. I don't think that's made it past the PTR though. It's like playing a rhythm game in easy mode, and the song is slowing down, miss notes. Because so much he's still hard mode and it's fast. Kind of like that. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Hunter? I guess it's me next. Oh, we didn't soak. Why did soak, friend? I need to repair gear, by the way. Was it the first one? Let me double check. It was on... Special warning, Chronicle does a stomp. Move away from others. It doesn't look like they had an announcements or anything who got the soak there. Okay. Now, do you ever do random battlegrounds? Once in a while, yeah. Actually, I've been doing a lot of them recently. Yes, I do. You do them not nearly as religiously as I used to, but I do battlegrounds. Yes, I've been doing a ton of them recently, doing this cheesy rogue thing, or I guess cheesy trinket thing. But you guys will see that probably. Bait, boss sleep, then soak your circle. Okay, so we talked about the strategy. We know what used to be done. If we're still struggling, chat, I will find your group just to get it done. Does Dawn count for the... Yes, it does. It does. It just, you got to do the entire 8 bosses though, or at least kill the final boss. But yes, it does count. So like, if you want to get it as a run just for the weekly and pick up the quest line for the 4 dungeons, it does count. It doesn't count towards like your Great Vault though. So if you're still trying to get 4 dungeons for the Great Vault, you will want to do them as Mythic Pluses. But if you are going to be doing the Dawn, that could be like your 5th dungeon, or if you're not even, don't even really... It's just if you're going to be doing like 3 Mythic Plus dungeons anyway, right? You might as well do 4 just to get a second slot in the Vault loot. But if you just want to do like 3 Mythic Zeros and this place, or 2 Mythic Zeros of this place and a Mythic Plus, you could do that too. That could be probably the easiest and the fastest way of going about it. Bait. Big circle. Soak your small circle. You are responsible for your own circles. That's the easiest way to do this fight. Well, thanks. 420-ish? 425 or so, but 420 you could do okay. Like, as long as you know the mechanics, I think that's all that really matters. Like, if you could do the mechanics, there isn't really like a hard enrage or anything on any of these bosses. As long as you can do the mechanics fine, you're just having higher atom level lets you live some of these mechanics. But like this fight is, if we're, so we do the, so boss targets you to like leap on you, right? He's like, I'm gonna leap on you. You gotta walk out of, you gotta place the circle in a good spot away from your allies and then walk out of it. He leaps in, a bunch of projectiles fly out, and then there's like a soak thing you gotta do. You gotta walk into the soak. If you do that, nobody dies. If you don't do that, everybody dies. It doesn't matter what item level you have for that. It's not really like a big like item level problem, I would say. But 420 item level just makes it a little bit easier. That's all I will say. My god, you're gonna die. Okay, so he's doing this soak, right? He's doing a circle. Hopefully. And you gotta soak it. Didn't soak it. That's unfortunate. So I'll soak this one, even though this guy's supposed to do it. Soak it, soak it, soak it, soak it, please. There we go. Alright, so we can get a rest for that other guy, which is unfortunate. We put sand over here. We'll roll out of it. Give this man a heal. Give us a big heal. He's chilling. Dispel his debuff. That's it. That's all the fight is. And if you could do that, as long as you don't run out of room with all this sand on the floor, like you'll be fine. I'm just gonna run that sand into the other sand, and we're chilling. I wish the mages were a little closer to me though. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? So this one first. Tank died? I guess he didn't move. Okay, I don't think the tank knows what to do either. I don't think this is gonna work. Good luck, boys. I'm just gonna tell him good luck and peace out of there. I guess the tank didn't move because the guy dropped a slam on him. But like, I feel like you should still move. Good luck, man. Good luck. I feel like they should advertise that, hey, we're learning the party. Because like, if it was like, hey, it's a learning group, I'd be like, okay, I know what I'm signing up for. I'm kind of just trying to get a weekly out of the way. I don't know what it is, man. Last boss, full clear, heals. We'll try this, guys. Yeah. Or we could just skip to the last boss. I kind of want to do the entire thing, though. Is it like a group where I can just heal, maybe? Another fights, please. I can tank it. Because I could tank it. I'd rather heal, but I will tank it if I have to. Fresh one. Never ran this, but I want to learn it. That's fine. Gromage healer. I've joined that before. I'm surprised healers struggle with Gromage, though. No invites? Oh, what the? Okay. Yeah, it's saying DPS. Okay, never mind. So there's spots for DPS, but no healer spots? That's unfortunate. Must no fights. I mean, I'll join. I'll try. I don't know if I could Windwalker it though. I don't think I have Windwalker set up. That or like no experience either. What are your thoughts on Windwalker Monk? They're fun last time I played them, but it's been a little bit. Although I know that they pump right now. They've been getting buffs and buffs and buffs, and with this recent with Tuesday, that should be kind of nutty. That should be pretty good. Let me lower it down a little. They're fun. They're really, really strong. They're very much a glass cannon, but like in PvE, they end up being like an awesome playstyle. Though for PvP, they're very much a hit and run. Very much a hit and run. Personal fights on the smash and go do something else. Yo, get me in there. There we go. Beautiful. Can we get an evoker in here? Because evokers make these fights so much easier, dude. Just like the survivability side, and you gotta cheat death as the evoker, and as long as the evoker can press the one ebon button, like everybody's living. Are you not Fox anymore? No, I swapped out. I didn't really like the Fox, plus Blood Elf ends up being very useful when it comes to racials. Rocky, can you lust? One of those guys probably can. I mean, I guess this guy can. Mazes? Just let the BM Hunter do it. Probably should let BM Hunter do it. Or maybe they know each other? They probably know each other. What is this? Bow. What is that? Where is this bow from? Plundered biting shot longbow. Is it me, or does it look like it's like reverse? Like it's supposed to be like flipped when you're holding it. I guess you'll be holding it in the other hand, right? That's weird. We gotta summon? Because I can't. I don't know if like I'm phased, but yeah. Is there like a way to skip the phasing here? Because if you haven't done this storyline, right? If you haven't done the storyline with the bronze dragons, this whole intro, whatever, there isn't really like any dragon for me to talk to like skip this whole story thing or whatever. But you still would be like separated by phasing or something. Lots of Vidal. It is reverse. It is reverse. Okay, that looks weird though. It looks really, really weird. Will the new bows become quite tanky PvP? The evokers or monks? Because monks are, I don't know, they still are kind of squishy in PvP. Like they have good cooldowns, but they are still on average fairly squishy, I'd say. On average. I'm gonna change the name then. You're not a fox anymore. Honestly, I didn't change the name from Dalfox just because I would have to set up every one of a bit of UI. Because all my UI is set up for the name of Dalfox Illidan. So I decided not to change the name so I don't have to reset up all my UI and all that. It makes it so much easier. That's why I'm a warlock, like I changed it from a troll, but I still have the name Dalbeans. Like at this point, it's just like, might as well. It makes it so much easier, honestly. Much easier. I just don't want to set up a UI again. I talked a lot with the top 4 Woodwalkers on a name, and it said it's busted. Oh yeah? Like who, Sensei? Because Sensei is pretty regular. I know that I've gotten better, but still they're not like, I wouldn't, if when it comes to tankiness, my barometer is it as strong and survivable as Rogue? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, it is tanky. No? Okay, it's not quite a Rogue level, so it's not nearly as tanky. I'd say like warriors are generally tanky. Death Knights generally don't do super well against physical damage, so I wouldn't call them tanky. Monks I wouldn't say tanky, but now they're demon hunters. Like a lot of the leather class in particular, like if they die in a stun, they usually are not that tanky. Usually. Unless you're rogue, and then you literally could take everything. You could literally tank the world. You're gonna die. Here we go. Let me do one of these.
Can I ask you, was it something I did? Still I wonder, 'cause it isn't too clear.
Like super beautiful.
I don't want no trouble, tired of
The damage of those groups seems a lot better.
another. Heart as cold as ice, I'm trying to recover. Do you even realize? Watch your step.
Where did he come from? Belfit? Are pulling these guys on purpose, or is it like accidental? I can't tell. Maybe it's also like accidental. Oh yeah, this healing feels fantastic, by the way. Plus this guy doesn't really need to heal at all. Doesn't need at least healing from me. It totally shouldn't be a way to skip the main quest. Yeah, because there is a way to skip it for like, let's say you're doing the Notharis, right? The dungeon. You can skip Notharis pretty easily. So I imagine there should be like a way to skip the zone here as well. But I don't think they've ever added one. I swear to you, I just don't think they've ever added one. Oh, I'm gonna die. I got nothing for you. Oop. Maybe they could do something. Kick. Alright, cool. Let's go. I think we're good. The group seems to do a lot of damage. Actually got top one today. Sean. Okay, I don't think I know Sean. I might have heard of Sean, but I don't think I know Sean. I know Sensei them. It totally should be a way. Yeah, I feel like there should be. Definitely should be. I should probably play Windwalker at some point. Maybe I'll start working, like, I'll probably just need to either finalize my Brewmaster set or Mystery set, and then try to see if I can, like, switch over to Windwalker and give that a try, because it feels like it definitely has been a bit since I got to play that spec.
It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you been? I'll admit I've really missed this place. Just so you know you haven't been replaced, 'cause I still think of you now like nothing has changed. And we just can't deny our hearts are beating time. We're both still thinking raised.
Make sure you guys suck your things. Okay. That's fine. We're chilling. Hold on. We got over there. We soak last one. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Pretty easy, honestly. Try to see if I can pull it maybe over here. Yeah. That'll work fine. Yeah, the difference, man. The difference between knowing what to do and not knowing what to do. Gotta do this. We gotta pop wall. Get everybody heal rolling. I need to move mine over here-ish. So I need to move. Give him a big hill. We'll get a big hill group. And then we just gotta roll into this one. Beautiful. Easy.
It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you been? I've really missed this place. Just so you
Nice.
know you haven't been replaced.
I also should be on lookout, like, what kind of gear can I get for these guys. I should be switching that around whenever I can. Alright, so this guy, tell me I didn't miss anything. Okay, agility weapon. I could have maybe gotten one. Here I can maybe get a DPS trinket, it looks like. Or a intellect weapon. I don't think this trinket is that good, is it? I think I'm gonna go for the weapon. I'm gonna go for the mystery weapon on this one. And hope for the best. Brewmaster equals Windwalker, let's be honest. I feel like Brewmaster is just a better Windwalker at this point, honestly. I'm not even kidding ya. Brewmaster is just nuts. Brewmaster's really fun too. Like, ridiculously fun. I've been playing with the press advantage playstyle, and it's actually really enjoyable. I did not realize I'd like it as much as I would. That actually plays so well. It took me a little bit to learn how to play it properly. But like, once you learn, oh, it's so good. Once you learn, it is so good. We got a big kill, everybody. Should be alright. This definitely does feel like a throughput healer. I feel like if Monk had any kind of absorbs, I feel this thing would feel insane. If it just had even a little bit of like an absorb mechanic. Or any kind. I don't know what kind you would get. But like any kind of absorb mechanic. I feel like it would feel so good to play. Anything preventative, I guess. Or any DR. I think it would feel so good. Because right now it's just like, basically everybody gotta make sure they have enough of a health bar to take the damage. Because you can out heal the damage. They just gotta first take it and then live it, and then you can heal them back up. Big heal, big heal, big heal. Here we go. Except for that guy, apparently. Except for that guy. Why did my, what is it, my heal didn't even target him? What is it, the Shaylin's gift? Because it should target up to 5 targets, I think. What's something wrong on that? Okay, making sure I get you plenty heals this time. Shayla just like ignored him. Hold on. Yeah, Shayla Gift releases Cloud 2 additional allies. So you treat here like a full 5-man target, right? Up to 4 nearby allies. Well, he just far, I guess? Might be the case, right? Okay, he's gonna die. So weird. Shayla just ignored him. Okay, so I learned that Shaylin can literally just choose you're not worth the heal. It's always annoying pushing keys. Yeah. Well, I guess in keys you would usually have somebody like a bunch of people closer together. You're not really gonna have someone super far out. But I guess like with a BM or a MM, you could have somebody who's just like standing still, not really repositioning. I guess that is always a possibility, right? Over the list already? Okay, interesting. Interesting. Please don't say where the tank is. Otherwise, you're just gonna take a lot of damage. Also, if you stand in the slower angle, the slower timeline, you take 20% less damage, and it's really nice. Like that guy took damage there. We're gonna do this so we can get ourselves out of here. Probably not how I want to do it. Okay, well that guy's dead again. Is this the same guy that died earlier? Might have been. We're gonna give everybody a big heal. This is why standing in the what is it, the dollar color side quadrant, what do you call it? It's just so much safer. Big heal. Huh? So I didn't dispel that other one. I guess that guy just died. Or did he get hit by something else? Now I'm wondering if it's just me not doing my job as a healer, or is it just like he did something weird there? I'm not sure. Make sure that guy gets enough healing. Oh god. Oh no. Don't die. Here we go. Touch death. Okay, at this point I have nothing really for our boys. Make sure you're dodging. It's a lot of movement in this fight, huh? Crazy amount of movement. I stay in the safer area. Okay, you live. Alright, everybody lives. Look at this guy putting on as soon as I can. Still in combat, still in combat, still in combat. There we go. Can I mate? Oh, I was gonna say maybe could I have, but I don't think I could. Good. I guess the haste master is good though. It was also like the British kid. This reminds me a little bit of the Gunker fight from Mechagon. Kind of. I can see it. I can totally see it. Although Gunker, yeah, I guess you were running in circles all the time. No, well, I guess there was like a choice. Like you can run in circles, but you don't necessarily have to. Another way of doing that fight would be like to stand still outside of like the certain phases. But yeah, I guess it depends really. I guess it depends. The damage on this group is a little weird. Because this man is doing 123k while the other two are doing about 40. I guess they were dead for a little bit, weren't they? Like, to be fair, they were dead. But the disparity, though, is pretty big. Pretty massive. Where are you? Trying to heal you. I feel like these guys are almost always like a little out of range from me. What is the range for my healing, by the way? 30 yards. I might need to tell them like, hey, can you stack a little together? I'm doing melee healing. Or maybe this is where I should switch over to like range healer. That might actually work out pretty well. Probably even better. That's a moment around the boss. I did like Mechagon though. I thought it was an excellent dungeon. I thought it was well made. This dungeon too, I actually been enjoying it a lot. I think the mechanics are really good. I do hope they maybe slow down the amount of movement that is needed for that boss when it comes to Mythic Pluses, just because the range needs to like have an opportunity to just like blast damage. That, or maybe they could find a way to like, the orbs is a flying at you, right? As the, what is it, the quadrants shift, it becomes a little bit more difficult to like stay on top of them the entire time. And I wonder if they can maybe adjust that a little. That'll probably be helpful. We're gonna give all the hunters a little bit extra survivability here. Oh god. Are we gonna have to do big one? Okay, big heal. One hunter didn't even get a heal apparently? Alright, here we go. Big one. Apparently, he just, my big AoE heal just didn't reach him. Yeah, let's kill at least one of these dragons, because this is getting a little ridiculous. Okay, he's gonna die. That's like, unless I heal him, I'm gonna die too, unless I heal myself. Okay, big heal. Kill the dragon! Okay, the DPS was high, except for the dragon. Everybody's damage was fantastic. I guess there was one damage that's kind of lower end, isn't it? Okay. These guys are gonna have to pump. They have to do a little bit more damage than that. We'll do them one at a time. I guess that could work out too. One at a time. Or I pull more? Oh, we can pull more. It's just I don't know if we'll live that if we do this. Maybe big heal. Big heal for you. I got nothing here for a bit. Okay, just focus one dragon if you can. At least one. Big touch of death. Okay, maybe now we can stabilize. Although the tank keeps like shifting the boss a little bit around. So I can't even ever hit it properly. I'm gonna try big heal. Somewhat big heal. With that man alive at least. A little bit longer. You're gonna die. Unless like I actually just stop and heal you. You're gonna die. Oh my god, Mazes, please help me out here, fam. And I don't really have mana. Hope I don't need any. I mean, ideally, like Monk is one of the specs that is very mana starved. Ready. But I think it'll be fine. Worst of worst, I could pull up like the yak and try to see if we can pick up food from the yak. I'll figure it out later. We need to pass it on to the tank instead of him. Hold on, where's the tank? Here we go. Got the thing, beautiful. Yes, some boys, 88%. To get them low enough. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit weird how we gonna have to end up passing here. Because the damage is good, sorta? Kind of one-sided good. How about my bird? Pass them to me. Huge. Guess I'll hold on to it. Demon Hunter, yep. You should be good. Keyword should. Nice. We get into 50% heal split again. And then we really gotta play hot potato for a while. Are we? At some point I'll just need to pass it on to the Boomkin. Never mind, we're chilling. Just gonna supplement everybody. I'll send you some water. Please do. Please do. Actually need water. You're gonna die. I need a better spot. Dragon 2. Oh, you're gonna die! Oh no, please don't stand in the fire! You're just standing still. You're just like, oh, this feels nice. This burn. Good. This feels great. Okay, big heal. Tank. Yep. Pass it on to me. Pass on the burden. Owie, owie, owie. Oh, I need help. I need help. Help, help, please. Okay, I guess I can move now. Big heal. Tank. Oh, okay, I guess we have this permanently. Do we have 2 of them now? Hope not. Yeah, I have it now. Actually, I have to heal myself like properly. Nice, thank you, thank you. Everybody should be fine. For now, big heal, hopefully. Nice. Looks like we stabilized a little bit. Mind controlled, last second. Oh, kill it. Nice. I was gonna say for a second, like what the? All right. Oh, I should have checked which boss. Okay, that's not the staff boss. Good. There's no staff on this one. That's what I'm like really concerned about. Is like, is there that one staff that has the execute mechanic? Yes or no? Oh, okay. Hold on. 69 gold. I'll take it. Thank you so much, Carl. Appreciate it. Actually hitting the homie up. Appreciate you. That boomed me to in the fried chicken. Dude, literally just stood in front of the fire. Just casting. Like, I don't know, wrathing or something. I have no clue. Okay, but at least the group is doing a lot better than the other one. They kind of sort of know mechanics. I can't complain that much. So for this boss, chat, do we go for the staff or go for the trinket here? Because the trinket is a cheat death trinket. It is huge. It is a nuts. It is a cheat death trinket. Trinket or this staff that has an execute mechanic. The staff will deal damage to an enemy that's below 35% health. Dealing damage to the enemy below 30% health. Reduce the cooldown of this effect by 1 second. 3-minute cooldown. So as you get somebody in a low health, you hit them with a staff, you do damage to them, and every single hit shaves off a second. Where can I read the changes for next patch? I could probably get you. There's a video that I posted the other day. You could peep that, or I could find you the link. Here we go. Here you go, friend. Let me pin that as well. Huge. Trinket? Okay, going for the trinket. Although I would love the staff, because I do need a better weapon. Because the one I have right now is kind of ass cheeks. Are we gonna die? Dispel you. Awesome, taking no problem, my guy. Anytime. That's literally what I'm here for. Do you get questions? I got answers. Sometimes. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna die unless you do something. I got nothing for this. God, Monk plays so good. Big fan of this class. Except when we're dying. That's why I'm not a fan. Rocket, please. These hunters, man, they've been giving me heart attacks. I don't know what it is. Honestly. Go back to the other mix. We'll do this. That'll work. I like this one. And after this chat, I do want to get some more Mythic pluses done. Probably on the Evoker. I think like 20 pluses before this thing gets nerfed. Because now, at first it was like, okay, well, the class should be a lot better for raid content and PvE in general. But then it's like, well, now people started to give like the upcoming Evoker nerfs. another look-see. It's like, well, depends on how much damage this thing does in the Mythic Plus, because right now it's super effective. But like, now that it actually has to do damage, people are having second thoughts, but we'll see. Stay close for healing. Thank God the box has a massive hitbox. Can I just keep punching him? Yeah, I can. Don't even have to go nowhere. Pumpkin? I need your help here. Jake, remember this mechanic being like kind of sort of easy on PTR, and then they made it super tough, and then they made it easy again? You just burned through it so quick, man. It's ridiculous. I said left, yeah. So Chromie, by the way, I think Chromie might be fine. I'll keep Chromie healed. I got her. Just stop. Did she take more healing from me? I think so, right? I'll top off Chromie too. Put up a hot on Chromie real quickly. Do my auto attacks heal her, or is it just like hots only? My guy. Oh boy. Okay, that didn't heal him for anything. You want to make sure you're still facing the boss though, friendo. Oh my god, he's getting trucked. Bro, 7 stacks? I feel like he wasn't pairing the boss for anything. You might think to reset if possible. Yeah, this boss is not nearly as bad as it used to be back at PTR. Back during the early PTR wasn't bad at all. Then after like they tried to make this dungeon a little harder, it was basically impossible, and then they brought it back down. I'm so happy about that. Warcraft seems to have a lot of mechanics. Not really. Okay, so there's a set of mechanics, but they rotate very predictably, I guess is the best way to put it. I can do both. All right, trinket time? No. Did anybody get the trinket? Rocky? Unfortunate. Okay, with this boss. There is a healing trinket. That is really good. Until, they did nerf it already, right? Or is that later? But really, it seems like a lot. So there's like a handful of mechanics, but they're very repetitive. It's the very samey mechanics. Tank gets hit by boss's auto attacks, he takes a bit of damage. Then the tank marks one of the players to get blasted, you run to Chromie to get it shielded, and then tank soaks the front soak while everybody soaks the back soak for Chromie. You just try to keep Chromie alive a little. That's all. That's really the entire mechanic. What else is there? No, okay, so after that one you do the soaks, then you do the he gets a shield and starts erupting like earth spikes in every direction. You dodge those while DP has the shield. Then you break that, he'll do a big breath, you take that to the left side or to the right side. At spawn you kill him very, very quickly. I think it's really about it. Also, I feel like this guy, everybody's gonna use him in order to get like big giga pulls in this place once it comes out to like Mythic pluses. Everybody's gonna pull him, get himself a big shield so you take less damage, just keep the DPS in there. Tank runs out, gathers all the mobs. Do I not have paralyze on this build? Okay, I might need to fix that. I don't have paralyze on this one. I may need it. It's good for M+. My guy. Poor guy. Isn't that many mechanics? It's a handful of mechanics, but they're very repetitive, so it feels like it's a dance. It doesn't feel like it's a lot of things to watch out for, right? I guess the best way I'd put it. It's kind of like ends up being predictable, scripted to a degree, you know? Okay, I have nothing for this one, unless I can stop it for you. Can't bring or anything. One of these. Big AoE heal. Got nothing again. I remember this guy used to feel kind of scary back at PTR, but not really anymore. Like after we done him a couple of times. The Sentinel. Because it was like, I think the damage he used to do was basically one shot. Way back in the day. Back in like early PTR. But now I can literally just walk in immediately, interrupt him. Like he doesn't do anything. He just ends up walking in, making a sand puddle, walking out of it. Literally, that's it. That's the extent of his boss's mechanics, or mini boss mechanics, I guess. Elite mechanics. If you're a warlock in your group, you can disrupt it through smoke screen. The pets can do that. I guess it would be annoying if like you had to wait for the pet to walk into the smoke in order to do that. I could see it. I was hoping we wouldn't do that. I was gonna say, is he gonna fly or what? Alright, boys. Get your soaks done. I can kind of sort of heal you here and there, but not often. Not a lot. Got a lot of haste out of it though. That should feel pretty good. Don't fall off. There we go. Even not a privilege, man. Let's see if I can get a reset. Beautiful. That didn't seem ideal. Big heal. Oh, I got low. That was not the play. Put her to one of these. Almost had one touch him. Okay. Please, get it, get it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we definitely did a little bit sloppy. Getting those cones to angle into the actual, like, what is it, the center area? Massive spelling, that probably was not the play, by the way. Oh no. Rocky! Is it Rocky that's been dead the entire time? Or is it Maz's? Can't remember anymore. One was that a lot. Come on, dude. Can I get some gear? Please? Anything? Alright, so far we are what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down? Nothing? I swear to God, he's gonna give me bracers, isn't it? The bracers. Add your weapons. Okay, at this point it's just agility stuff. I'm just a setup as remaster at that point. That is unfortunate. Didn't get any healer loot at all. Hello, bro. What's up? Master Fred, how you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing, my man? Bug fixes, additional hot fixes. Is anybody else annoyed that we have a website called Wowhead, but they've been covering anything that isn't WoW? Literally anything that is Diablo, they've just been on it. Like, I get it, new game, and they're maybe really, really excited for it, but like, it's... should we just make a different website called Diablo Head? You know what I mean? Like, at this point, it's just like, it just seems like I'm just annoyed. Oh, I'm dead. We're dead. We're dead. That was a lot of damage. Is it the cursor or just this guy with the infinite thing? I think it is someone getting hit by something. Because that one didn't hurt nearly as much. Oh, it's this guy. That's what it is. Why are you line of sight? Are you line of sight? Where are you? You actually line of sight. Wait, what? Okay, you're all dead. Unless... Okay, we're fine. We're living. Gonna give you a heal here. Big heal. I was gonna say, how is the line of sight? But it's literally the stair. I'm on this side, and he's on this side. And that is technically line of sight, even though it's just like the other side of the stairs. But man, there it is though. Diablo's dying anyway. I think so. At this point, Blizzard Head. Yeah, like if they want to call themselves like Blizzard Head and it's just like anything that is like a Blizzard title and that's all they're covering, like I totally can vibe with that. You know what I mean? I vibe with it. I think it's perfectly fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I feel like if you're too slow doing the gauntlet here, you definitely can get punished. As much as you do is going too fast. Too slow and too fast both get punished similarly. Hesitation is going to be the end. But also making moves like that is going to be the end. That's probably going to be the worst one. Did anybody make it through? It looked like the hunter was about to. And the DH too. I swear I just moved into it. I swear I moved into it. They did a really good job with this. Like they are good at predicting where you're gonna be. I'm through. Okay. I'm just gonna honestly let him. I'm not doing it. As Diablo dying, I have no idea. But I do know that a lot of people were really unhappy with a lot of the changes they did for the new Diablo season. And like I've seen this sentiment of like, okay, over with Diablo, ready for PoE. So I don't really know. There was a lot of people upset with the changes they made for Diablo. Like with the class changes. I don't really notice them as I'm playing the seasonal content and I'm leveling a brand new class. You know, I don't really notice the changes. But yeah. The hitbox and the sandballs that you carried, you didn't even touch it and it still counted. I don't know, that felt like I touched it. Felt like I did hit it. Okay, so I want to wait until they do that big AoE. Which one is gonna do it? One of them does the breath. Okay, that guy does the breath. Okay, that's gonna be the Infinite Fury. That's the big AoE one. Having the bird out is gonna help. Or get stunned. Or get stunned. What do I have for the next one? If anything. I have a big heal. Hopefully it actually heals everybody. Unlike that time it just ignored the hunter. Even the spell was like, you know what, a hunter, not worth the heal. Not even worth the green numbers. Wasted. The game decided that heal was wasted on him. Uh-oh, you're gonna die, friend. That is a lot of damage. You know which way you gotta go? Hopefully. Let me get this thing kind of zapped over here. Pop a bird over. We got a homie casting in the middle. Okay, we got him. I'm gonna try to see if I can roll over and disrupt it. The changes that were directed to stop people from internal servers from pushing ridiculous dungeon tier levels. So the thing is that I heard is a lot of people like being kind of overpowered, and people have had a bunch of builds put together. But don't those changes also apply for the seasonal realms as well? But also, what is the consequence of people like pushing too, like on the eternal realms? Because it's like those realms don't really matter that much, right? Like you can hit I guess you could push infinitely, but like, isn't that the whole point of the fun, I guess? I don't know. I mean, maybe the changes they made are really, really good, but either way, it got a lot of people angry. Like that still is the case. That still is a matter of fact. We need the other side. We need the other side too, I think. Or do we? I think we do. I think we do. A lot of Diablo YouTubers are already switching up. Jago, check Metacritic, sees Scorpio, I'm mad. There is a lot of people that are mad at the game. Like, don't get me wrong, the game so far has been like an absolute blast. From like a casual perspective, I've enjoyed the hell out of it. The game has been awesome, you know? So I'm dead. So I don't want to say anything bad. Like, I've actually been enjoying the hell out of the game. It's been an absolute blaster, and I've had an insanely good time with it. As someone who doesn't play a lot of Diablo, I am surprised just how much I end up enjoying it. Are we gonna die? Let's just somehow live. I don't really know what I could do here. Please live, please live, please live. Are we alive? Except one of us died. Or two? We were alive for a little bit, and then we weren't. Can we at least like pull them out of the sand? That would be great. Like, we just don't have to fight literally in the sand that's melting us every second. And if we could hold aggro for like from the start of the pull, like I'm getting beat up. If I can just not get beat up, then I can heal. Otherwise, I gotta play defense here. And that's why we took the tank. That's why we had the tank here in the first place. Is this gonna be harder on Fortified or Triangle? Because that random AoE damage every time one of these has dies, that's probably gonna be a Fortified mechanic. But that's gonna be a nightmare, man. What animal is this dungeon? What level? Mythic. Mythic 0. But it's like a Mythic Mega Dungeon, so it's more of a heroic raid equivalent in terms of difficulty. You know what I mean? Think? Get more. How does it do this side since we're here? I'm in combat with something. That's what I'm combat with. Please? There we go. Takes a second. I hope they fix that, right? The portals thing. And maybe have like a message pop up. Okay, you got both portals. Okay, now you're ready to go through. And maybe have all those ads disappear from the room. Like when this is an M+. Because otherwise it's going to be really confusing. Like, wait, what do we do? And then you keep countering these ads that are permanently spawning in the sand. That's going to be super, like, annoying. So hopefully they'll end up, like, fixing that by the time it comes out in M+. Gonna be unpaid. I think it's actually going to be really good. As long as they tune it right, the first half is really easy. This later half, final boss isn't too bad. I feel like they're going to end up tuning him down quite a lot. You're going to die, friend. We need interrupts or something. That was a lot of just healing absorption immediately, and he's getting beamed. That was a little concerning. But no, I don't think this space is going to be bad at all. It's just like some things need to be tuned a little, but that's really about it. Otherwise, it's in a pretty good spot, honestly. I've been enjoying it a lot. Again, first half, super easy. Very, very doable. If they were to bring that as it is right now into M+ currently, perfectly fine. Second half is I think, like Morchi, for example, and the final boss could need to get a little bit adjusted. But like tier fight is fine. This fight also really pretty good. The only weird thing about this part of the fight is the blade storm is super quick. Like he jumps on you, blade storms to you, and he's super fast. You gotta have like a mobility ability just to escape it. So I feel like they're gonna end up nerfing that down the line. Is the whole mechanic of you need a sprint just to escape it. They're probably gonna make it a little slower. They're probably gonna make it more punishing. They're gonna give you like, okay, he's jumping on you. He's really jumping. Big arrow, watch out. He's gonna leap. Slam is going to do a lot of damage, Blade Storm is going to do a lot of damage, but it's going to give you a lot of like leeway to get the hell out of dodge before it hits you with that with a full Blade Storm combo. I think that's what they're going to end up doing. So these guys are probably going to truck. Like that Consecrate hurts. You're standing there for like 2 seconds, it does a lot of damage. Also a big interrupt mechanic. I feel like they're probably going to end up like changing up the interrupts here. Is it like what, 3? 2 melee interrupts, 1 long interrupt, I guess. But I don't think it's that bad. Like otherwise, it's not really that bad. Again, Morchi. That's like the one boss that I can think of that's like, okay, not great. Using Metacritic and general consensus of how the game is doing kind of dumb. Diablo 4 probably almost like 8-9 clicks. I don't know, like Metacritic and those websites are definitely not like 100% accurate. It's like seeing like, oh, is the game popular on Twitch? You know what I mean? It's probably not a great way of like telling with certainty if a game is popular or isn't popular, because it all depends. There's multitudes of factors that can help determine that kind of stuff. That being said, Metacritic is the sentiment, right? At the very least, there's a sentiment by a pretty big portion of the community. I think that's fair to say. Look, this guy just got Blade Stormed. He's just gonna end up dying. He's not careful. And there's not much you can really do about the Blade Storm. He just gets hit. Also, I hope they make all those other mobs more invisibly looking. So they're less visible looking. Because otherwise I get confused, like it's just like a bunch of bodies running all over the place and I can't tell, like, is it an enemy? Is it not an enemy that I'm fighting? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm the only one getting confused. Let's death it. Stabilize my friends here. Should hopefully be okay. Do we still have that Night Elf? Or is that a different one? That archer guy. But like, even if like, let's say Metacritic is not a great way of like telling how well a game is doing, perception is everything, right? Even if let's say like a game isn't dying, but the perception is that it's dying, it might as well be dying. So I think that's fair to put. It's like, if the perception is the game is dying, it might as well be dying, honestly. Perception at the end of the day is literally everything. And that's me saying, like, I like the game. I actually have a lot of fun with it, but I'm not like super giga invested into like Diablo or ARPGs in general. Oh my god, the bleed. Oh god. Yo, the bleed. Brutal. Gotta stun that guy immediately. Oh, that guy's so dead. Alright, well, he's just blade storming everywhere, I guess. Gotta kill that man. Is it bleed man? It is a bleed man here. Oh god, he bled me immediately. Oh, I'm dead. Oh god. Oh, I'm just dying. I'm just dying. Oh no. Yeah, so that's another one they could probably adjust. Oh, it's huge. That's what I needed. Wait, you're gonna die, aren't you? Okay, we're Gucci. We got ourselves a fatty helm, chat. That's gonna replace our 411 tier piece easily. Easily replacing it. My goodness. Well, back it's normal. Tried War Bleed. Oh, you tried the War Bleed? Okay. We'll leave everything honestly. Or skip it? I guess skip it. Might as well. It's not a Mythic Plus yet. I'm talking about the credit score. I'm talking about the user score, but the game is really good for casuals, but not your hardcore ARPG players disappointed in Blizz's decision. It's a lot of changes that a lot of people are unhappy about. I don't know. I feel like they maybe could have coached those decisions or pushed them out a little slower, or maybe gave it like a community poll kind of deal, right? But it's just like everybody got their builds, everybody figured out what's super good. The game is fresh, right? And you could probably even make adjustments to tuning for like future seasons, future updates or whatever. Everybody just got themselves settled. They figured out what they want to do. And then it's like all that progress is gone. You also, I guess, should take into account that people have spent hours and hours and hours of their life ever since Diablo came out, grinding their hardcore characters, grinding a character, trying to get on the best gear possible, literally trying to see if they push limits, right? People are having fun. It is a blast. And it's just the time investment feels like it's like devalued with all these nerfs, because all these changes are just nerfs. And there's a lot of people that brought up ideas of like, okay, so you think that, let's say, cooldown reduction is very like, it's a mandatory for some of these builds to work. Okay, so they're just nerfing cooldown reduction. Where if it was like any kind of, if it was like WoW, for example, it would be one of those like, okay, well, if cooldown reduction is mandatory, like we need it, there's no ways around it, why don't you like reduce the cooldown of some of these abilities, right? Instead of reducing the stat for cooldown reduction, because it doesn't really solve the problem. It creates a problem, or it leaves a problem in the game without a solution. Why am I dying? Okay, I don't have no idea what I'm dying to there at all. No clue. Need to get back into it, man. What's up, girls? I had to my guy. I did it last time on Mashami. I got 3 tier pieces for 30 animal in 3 days. It's pretty good. Yeah, the amount of tier you can get right now is kind of nuts. It is really good. Alright, with Morchi we got ring, we got stun. As long as we're literally not standing on top of the tank, we'll be chilling. Yeah, we need to find real Morchi. It is gonna be not this one, not this one, not this one. Oh wait, it is this one. Okay. Okay, well the group is really quick at that. At the very least. I'll try to see if I can walk over with my time trap early, just so I can get like a friend, and I can run him through the trap. Oh, that's a lot of damage everybody's taking. Tank? Where's the real one? Real one, real one, real one, real one, real one's over here. Okay. Mine is over here. This is where Incap would have been amazing, but I have no idea why Incap isn't even there. I guess I need to run far. Oh, this kind of sucks. I'm dead. Unless, oh, okay, somehow that one CC'd. I have no idea how. I have no idea how. Okay, apparently Orchard broke him. What am I dying to? Melee? I'm not even anywhere near you. Meleeing me? Huh? Okay. Alright. Melees! From that far away? That felt a little unfair. I don't know if they can do it. Like, maybe. Again, this is where Incap would be amazing. Why does this Mythic Plus build not run Incap? It's like one talent point. Like, why would you run Disable? I guess you'd need Fortify and Brew. So you're just picking that up like this, but like, what can you give up? Like, I don't know. What do you give up for that? Oh, damage taken reduced. I mean, that's really good. Checkerless is good. You don't want to give that up, but you can't really. I don't know, man. I can see why people don't give it up. Is he gonna just solo it? I mean, you probably could. It's a lot. It's a lot of health. That's a ridiculous amount of health. I mean, rogues were heavily rely on CDR in Diablo 4, and it's completely built into them, and it feels natural. But wasn't rogue was another class that was very CDR on gear? Like, even if you have natural CDR, you're like, I still want more. So if you nerf it, it's still like, okay, well, my CDR is bad now again. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't really... I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense out of it. I did this thing last night on Shemi. Yeah, it's really, really good. What's up, Alessandra? How you doing, fam? Finally 10 first 20. Let's go. That's huge. Which one was it, my man? Which key was it? You want a good leveling build for Rogue Dal? If you're still playing Rogue, and said you won. I know I'm just kind of playing Necromancer on the seasonal server. Just kind of messing with it. Yeah, like this place, if they can fix this boss, because again, I was far away from my familiar face. I wasn't anywhere near it. I got trapped in a trap really quickly, but I'm distances away. Like, this thing is nowhere near melee with me. And it's still melees. I am hoping to really give him like a really, really tight melee like spot. Make it punishing, but give him a really tight melee spot. Also, I think they really need to sync up like traps, images, because right now you'll have familiar faces and you'll have an odd number of traps, and then you'll have the faces run into a trap, and then she'll break them, and then the traps come out, like, and then you have some people that will be able to go to those the traps that are still up to get them, but like one image was still gonna keep chasing up somebody, and you gotta wait until new traps come out and then position them. It's just a lot going on at once. So this fight, I'm hoping they end up adjusting so at least the timers are fair. Like right now, it's one of the more difficult fights to say for this place, but it looks like the guy should be able to solo it. He's only got about a mil. Rogues always have a good in any games like Hunters of Warriors. Not always, no. Like Mists of Pandaria. Like if you played Rogue and Mists of Pandaria, like early Pandaria, Rogue was not good by any measure. People were like, nah, don't play Rogue. I guess it depends how games do Rogues too, right? It all depends. It all depends. Now, what is Temporal Backlash? Time trap explodes when triggered, inflicting arcane damage to players within 100 yards. 30? I guess it is like if a bunch of people get trapped up, it's like 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. That's still a lot of damage at once, isn't it? Okay, we'll see if we get anything at all out of more team. I don't think I get anything though. Bracers? Don't give me bracers. Don't give me bracers, Blizzard. I'll be actually very sad if you just give me bracers right now. Don't give me bracers. Honestly. Morty, the last boss had to do 8 to 10 mil. Can I bypass him somehow? Because I can't in-cap him, but I kind of run by him. Do I have invis? I don't have invis pots. Run up, kill, and then... I'm wondering if we could just... Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna go the other way, right, I guess. Freehold on my Evoker? Dude, yeah, Freehold is good. Freehold is good, especially with augmentation. You played AUG, right? You don't play like Devil or whatever? But yeah, Mortian last boss. I was in a fight where it was like... I think it was the final boss. Why am I in combat? Oh no, why am I in combat? Okay, I'm out apparently. But yeah, I was in a dungeon group that was struggling for the final few bosses. Mortia wasn't too bad for them, and this one, the battlefield wasn't bad either. Final boss, it did come down to just like the tank kind of kept putting breath into everybody. I don't know, but then again, he was able to solo it. So I guess there's that. It's not really super like challenging boss, as long as the tank doesn't put breath into people. That's the only reason why people die. Or people don't fight the ads, don't kill the ads, because ads hurt. What we may do here is we may just have like... We got 3 ranged. I'm thinking now about the final boss. Because you know that there's an orb mechanic, right, with the final boss? How the orbs are going to be dropping slowly. The one person got to stand under them. We got 3 ranged, so you can pick one out of those 3 ranged. I'm hoping Boomkin is picked for every single one of them, because then we could just be like, alright Boomy, you're holding your orb for as long as possible and trying to delay the fall. That, or if he keeps putting it under me, then I'll just hold it. Like, no matter where I'm at. I'll try doing this. I have a 15 for hold and down to do, give up funding a group. Okay, I can maybe join you after that, yeah? After this dungeon, maybe I can help you get a group done. Whatever key you need. Like it's just awful signing up for the wrong keys. It could be both, but I mean, what's your item level right now, Warthrus? What's your item level currently? Because if you're getting into 16s at like what last time I looked, you were 398 or so. If dudes are taking you into 16 at 398, I don't think I just don't think the people you're signing up to, I don't think they really know what they should be looking for. Not saying you as a player are bad, it's just 398 item level, even like the best of the best players would have a hard time in it, right? It's just going to be difficult. And if they're getting you in, what are the chances they're getting other people that are also like 398, not even like 415 or something? My item was 418? Okay, that's actually... Huh. Okay. I mean, if they're getting other people that are 415 that also know the boss mechanics, I don't think that's an issue. What's the... I guess the question would then be like, what's the average DPS like? Because if it's like really low for 16, like what is it? I was doing on this monk a 16 Uldaman with a hunter and a warlock who were doing 60k DPS. In Uldaman, that's like a big AoE dungeon, so like your DPS should be pretty padded. And with the pad, it was like, yeah, had to run to Morchi to get bracers. Had to go the long way. Oh, not bracers, I guess. I would see. Whatever. I wrote bracers, but I didn't get any. Alright, boys. Let's go. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Is it this guy that has a big AoE? I think so, right? We're gonna interrupt him. Oh yeah, the big AoE. Did I get hit by the swirlies? I guess. I gotta learn what's what. Because Radiant Schism, I think, is the big AoE, right? That he's doing it? No, that's Infinite Fury. That's something else. Radiant Schism, I guess, is for swirlies. The Infinite Schism? Okay, it is. But why is it like AoEing me? I didn't look like I was in any of the swirlies or whatever. I'm sure you're gonna die. Try to keep you alive best I can. Yeah, I'm not sure, chat. Was I standing and stuff, or was that like kind of sus? Just because, like, be fair. Because it looked like I was okay. That's why I was confused. What did I do? Yes, I was getting hit by Infinite Schism and Infinite Fury. Infinite Fury is the AoE. Schism is Radiant Schism. So I guess maybe when they start doing the AoE swirly spin, it does damage immediately. And I guess I took hit by Radiant Schism swirlies? I thought it was like kind of close, but like I gotta get a melee to heal. So maybe I did get close. I don't know. Maybe it's like the swirly. This is why I really think they're really need to get rid of the swirlies. Really get rid of the swirlies. Because like I feel like I'm outside of the swirly, like I'm almost touching it, but not really. What about if it's like the swirly is there, but like the actual like range of the effect is a lot bigger than what this swirly offers. So then it's like, okay, those swirlies you back away from. These swirlies you can stand really close and really like really greed and you'll be fine. But I feel like if they were just circles or something, just for consistency, that would be great. You know what I mean? That's all I mean. 60 to 80k? 60 is low. So like if you got groups that with people doing 60k, that is kind of low. What was the point of restore? Is revival better? One is you can use one when stunned. Sometimes you don't want to mass dispel things. And yeah, actually, Restore would have been amazing for the second boss, because I did do mass dispel at some point. So Restore would have been much, much better. Like, second boss. Dispel mechanic, for example. I'm gonna hope that these guys hit the ads like instantly. What's damaging you? What the hell are you getting hit by? We literally pulled the boss and the guy just takes a hit. The one drop, we're fine. As long as the other one doesn't drop instantly, we're okay. That guy's gonna need some healing. It just needs to pop something. Otherwise he's gonna die. That's a tank thing. Okay, so that died. That went down. That's death. Another add in. Where is he gonna go? Over here, it looks like. You get him another shield. And blast. Kill him. Okay, so if anything, the hunters are really, this group is really good at the whole, like, trying to maintain the debuffs or the orbs. Pretty good at that, to be fair. You're gonna die most likely. We're gonna need some help here. Ow. Ow. I'm gonna die. And I can maybe get you here. That's the ad. That's the one that's like, when the ad split into two and people are not there to like aggro them or interrupt them, there's not much you can really do. Okay, I think we stabilized though. Or not? Are we okay? Are we good? Are we chilling now? Okay, I think now we're good. Ow. Ow. How's your friend? I'm nowhere near you. Oh no. He might be okay. He's probably dead though. Oh god. Oh lord. Can I just heal? Hold on. Big heal. Nice. We are chilling. Hold on, let me give you a big single target heal so I don't have to worry about you at all. Beautiful. We're gonna give you a heal. Big heal. Big heal. Hold on. Live. Live. Oh god, you're dead. I told you you're dead. We're okay, and then we weren't. Huh? We're okay, and then we weren't. Again. Not sure why. So probably it's gonna be one of us now. The orb. Running. A big heal. And as a melee, we're just gonna move. Let's try to go in. Let's all go this way. Nice. Let me get these guys raised. As soon as I get a chance. Beautiful. That wasn't bad at all, chat. Oh, wait, mirror, do you need it by chance? I mean, it's not my best trinket, but it's pretty good. I'll take it if you don't want it. Anything? We got a weapon. I'll take it. And we got the infinite skills for the Wilder Drakes, which I'll take. That's pretty good. I mean, the weapon also has Time Strike. What does Time Strike even do, chat? Anybody know? Let's see what that turns into. That turns into a Supreme Breastplate. I mean, that looks like a classic item, honestly. You know what I mean? That kind of looks like a classic item. But, like, I'll take it. That's pretty good. Alright, that went better than I expected. At least better than the first group that was starting up. Or the tank rage queen because it didn't go absolutely perfect. I guess it happens, yeah. GG's. Alrighty, so we got ourselves a few of the crests. Not enough to get ourselves a crafty piece, but I just need a little bit more, dude. I just need a little bit more. And I get myself maybe something good crafted. Let me go to this, do this real quick. We'll go and add this as part of our Brewmaster loadout. And then replace our Natharic Spear, which is a huge weapon. Big upgrade, big fan of that. And hopefully we'll get maybe some kind of a mystery or piece from like the Great Vault or something. But that was good either way. It was good. And I got a couple pieces here and there, and this guy started to get a little bit of itemization. Let me go and make that helm into a tier piece real quick. That's gonna be a pretty big upgrade on its own. And then maybe we could do some more keys for the weekly reset. I should have every one of my characters filled out for the week. But maybe I can do the Paladin or something, or Demon Hunter, or Evoke and get another 20 done before the reset, before they get nerfed. Take advantage of the boss while they're at it. Let's see. I mean, that's a pretty sizable upgrade from 411. Not the best secondary stats, but like, I'll take it. We could do the I'll keep it as it is. Boots? No, definitely not. Well? No. Not worth. Glove? No, not worth either. Alrighty. Big tier piece. Very happy with this one. I just need to replace my trinkets, because I still got a 408. And I need to pump up my rings a little bit. That'll get some crafted rings, which I may end up... You can't really do any good embellishments on rings, can you? Like, you can't do a Shadowflame patch or anything. So then it might not be worth. But yeah, clear at 799 Mythic today in 37 minutes. Group was fast. First few bosses, oh yeah. What do you do, like first boss, Kazara, then you do like amalgamation experiments? Or do you go like Kazara, Amalg, and then Assault? Because I imagine Assault is like extremely easy on Mythic. There's just not a lot going on there. I don't even say Rashok isn't all that bad, but like it still is a positional fight. It still requires a bit of coordination. So I guess it depends on your group, but like I probably wouldn't bank on that one doing well. Yo, what's up, Mythic? Say to my guy, I hope you're having a good one. Dude, Mythic's got featured in the, what's it called? The WoW tweet transmog thing. My boy, Mythic's in the Vault Parry, dude. Guys, Amalg Assault. I guess that'll be the easier one. Yeah. Hold on. I forgot what the Nosdormu. I pick up my free flight stones. Let me go back real quick. If this was like any normal flying, this would take forever. But with dragon riding, I mean, it should be seconds. We'll time it. They're buzzed down to experience 10% on our first pull. No disc or anything with some random little baby worker Alta Ford. I mean, if it's depending on the group, like if it's just like end of the week and they're just like, all right, I just want to get like one done really quickly. Okay, one pull, doesn't happen. All right, I'm out of here. Who knows, honestly. Okay, so with this we got flight stones, we got a couple more of these too. I just need one more aspect and I'll be good. I guess I'll get it done this next reset. I might end up working on this character for a good bit, honestly. Because this character has actually been kind of fun. There's Mistweaver and this Brewmaster. I gotta give Windwalker a try at some point, but I've been really into the tank and healing monks. They've been a lot of fun recently. Also, how did my healing... I mean, I'm healing for 70k. Like, I'm pretty happy with that. That seems like a decent enough number for that fight. We did have deaths. We had death to Infinite Corruption, so that's like in the transition phase? No, it's like after E2, right? Infinite Corruption, so you got hit by Circle, for 137,000? And then I got hit by another Circle. And then stood in a Temporal Scar. Yeah, at this point, I feel like this man just took every single swirly to the face. I had Hots rolling. I had Ancient Teachings healing him little by little. I did get a Envelop Abyss in him at some point. But maybe that fell off after a while. And then this guy Mazes. He died a lot, I think. Or the other one. He was standing and stuff. So Infinite Nova is perfectly fine. But he's got his standing and stuff from the Temporal Scar. Standing and stuff. Standing and Scar. Standing and Scar, which is doing damage every half a second. And then you get hit by AoE, and then Student Scar Cell. Isn't that where the BM separated from us? I think it was. It was like super far away. Maybe we started like cut across and just died to that. But no, honestly. Probably able to 16 on my druid, time to 18. So we take a break. Okay. Will do. Thanks, Scooby. Enjoy the Bear druid, dude. Bears is such a good spot, man. Even though they get nerfed a little bit, I don't think it's going to be enough to dethrone them. I'm hoping they continue being like meta. Or even just top. Just having bears like at the top has been kind of interesting. So switch this out. We'll grab this. We'll grab an actual weapon. So what does Time Strike do, chat? Anybody know? An echo. So you hit a mob. And I guess there's a chance to apply an echo of a damage and attack. Oh, it's AoE. It actually can hit multiple mobs. So just a little bit extra damage. Is this better on like a arms warrior or something that's like super bursty? Probably is. Huh. I guess it's not terrible. It's just bonus damage. It's not nearly as high as I was hoping it would be, but who knows, honestly. Echoes the damage or something. That's actually kind of cool. I like that mechanic. I like how that's like a stat though, Time Strike. I wonder if you could stack a bunch of Time Strike and let that be like a mechanic or whatever. That could be kind of interesting. Although I don't think it should be mechanic going forward. At least not yet. But one day, yeah, maybe. Let me also replace. Do I want to replace? I think I do. Some Abyss. But like, yeah, I'll replace it. I'll replace it. It's about that time. Okay, so we got this. We got that. We need this swapped out. So what is like low item level for me right now? Because that should be 432-ish. Boots, swap them out. 430. Trinkets are okay. Belt. Looking like an actual character for once. I think I'll take the avoidance. I mean, look at like a real character. I'll take it. I do need to get myself an enchant for the weapon. Okay. Let me do that real quick. Need to make something for Frox. Has he got a leather stuff done? It's like echoes of damage or something weird. That's pretty cool though. It's a weapon. And we do a Sophic Devotion. All of that is expensive. Can I do the cheaper one? 14,000 for a Shadowflame. I guess it makes sense. Sport 10 to 12,000? Is it just because it's rare? Or is it actually, do people actually use it? Target them with highest secondary stat for 12 seconds. I mean, that's kind of good. Barely can afford it, but can afford it. Hold on. Before I buy it, Do monks use any other weird enchant by any chance? Do brewmasters use any weird enchant by chance? By some random miracle? Double Sophic usually, or single Sophic. Shadow Flame Wreath. Looks like Sophic it is. Could do Frozen Devotion. Double Frozen Devotion and single Frozen Devotion is okay too. Wait, hold on. Okay, prices on these things are up. I gotta make some now. I feel like I gotta go make a couple of these enchants. Prices have gone up out of left field. I also need gold in this thing. What is going on? Maybe I'll do that on my rogue. Drop like 100k on the mats, make a bunch of those enchants, hopefully make a bunch of rank 3s. See if I can make bank out of them. You will might be a frozen demo. I guess it all depends, right? But everybody that's running, like everybody that's serious about monks, that's pushing keys, it looks like double Sophic seems to be the play. Although I don't think like frozen is terrible either, just because monk still is a monk, right? They still don't really scale super well because they end up getting versatility on their gear. So you would get like frozen enchant, shadow flame, because that scales off of Versa. It's just they don't have like crazy good scaling with Agi. They're okay, it's just not ideal, I guess is the best way to put it. Just kind of janky to a degree. But this character feels like a real character. Just got him up like in a single week today. That's been really fun. Oh, that's tough. That spear looks so good. I want to get the full set now. I want to get the full set of like the what is it, the what do you call them? Maybe for the Dragonflight set. That will look so good, chat. All right, rogue real quick to craft, and then we'll do it on plus. What character do you guys want to see next? I kind of want to play some Arms Warrior too. It's been a bit. I want to play Arms Warrior. I want to play Evoker. Maybe even the oh, I gotta swap out of this guy. Hold on a second. Grapple hook. I'm gonna do this real quick just so I don't spoil nothing. Just so I don't spoil nothing. Hiding something. How goes it down? What's up, Allcast? How do you, my man? Hope you have a good one. Although playing with grapple, by the way, that's been super fun. I don't feel like I need grapple anymore as an ability. Shadow Step is perfectly fine, but grapple is so good, like in PvP in particular. All right, now you boys can see. Now you can see it all. Now you can see for me for who I truly am, a beautiful butterfly. Bow? What the hell is trying to make a bow? What are you trying to do with it? Crit verse into crit mastery? I mean, I guess that'll work, yeah. 100 gold, what the? Cheapo? Frogs? I should have made a rank 2 and just told them like eat it. That would have been so mean, dude. How bad would I have been? Just like make it a rank 2 and just tell them eat it. Okay, well that's done with. Anything else I can craft? I guess I should have saved some for tomorrow. Like, people keep listening like, hey, can you give me some masterwork schmuck or smock? And it's like, yeah, sure. No reagents, 5 gold. Here we go. Here's some pennies. It's like, my God, that doesn't even cover the resilient leather. Even though that's inexpensive, that is literally pennies. Like, put in some gold or something. Make it worth my while. They didn't focus Swarm? Maybe. Look at that, we possibly hiding. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Guys, it was 446 and dealing less damage than me. God was 446 equip and dealing less damage than me on my Avengers Demon Hunter for single boss. Was it the Evoker? Dude, these Evokers are getting carried out here, man. How dare they walk into my dungeons, do less damage than a healer, and then expect to get carried? Like, why do people even keep taking them? God, I love Evokers. Chat, what do we do for the night? Arms Warrior now? Let's go Arms Warrior. We could do Arms. It's been a bit since I played some Arms. Last we played on this guy was Fury. But I kind of want to play Arms again. Arms is a lot of fun. I feel like not everybody enjoys Arms, but I appreciate Arms. Now there's 2 builds for Arms. A Blade Storm and the executed build. It all depends which dungeon you're getting into. Free key, literally. What key do I have? Brackenhide? Tiny dongs only. I feel like now I need to sign up. You ever just get like that that cologne feeling in the back of your mind, like you gotta do it? Casual alts, fun, friendly group. Oh, I like fun and friendly. Friendly and fun is my kind of group. Watch me get declined from a fun and friendly group. No fun and friendly. Not fun and friendliness allowed if you're a warrior. Actually though. Oh my god. Wait, actually though. I don't know. Notharas, I don't know. Lair, I don't know what's good. What do I need? Dungeon wise. I need a better trinket, I think. But I think my best trinkets are raid trinkets, aren't they? Let me look. What do I actually use as the arms warrior? Let's see. Because I don't know like the gear of every single class, like what's best in slot off the top of my head. Only rogue. But this is why I like having a guide on the side just to look up and learn from people that know what they're doing. Useful trinkets for dungeons and raid content. So beacon is really good, elemental pocket anvil is good, ominous chromatic essence is good, vial, which is what I already have. Otherwise, the new trinkets from Mega Dungeon are still being evaluated, but they can be upgraded for 441, so they might be pretty good. Although it's like not conclusive, it looks like. Potentially useful damage trinket with accelerating sunglass, and another good trinket that's also a mastery one. But most of like raid trinkets seem to be best. Yeah, so I really need the chromatic essence or elemental pocket anvil or the beacon. That's just the kind of class it is. Okay, so there's only so much you can do there. Am I really? Actually though? I feel like if I was AUG, that would be down to like have fun. But since I'm not AUG, no fun for me. What keys do I even need? I guess I do need like a halls. Although I don't think they'll take me into a halls. I don't think I'll be taken. Warthor's freehold? Should we slam out Warthor's freehold maybe? I want to see if I can get more aspect crests, because I do need to craft some pieces too. And replace some of these other items. It was not my key, was a good this key. I'm afraid to freehold Jake. There we go, man. That's huge. Well, I have chosen between holding one big weapon or two big weapons. I choose two. We all love berserkers. True. I really do hope that one day maybe Fury Warriors can somehow embrace single-minded Fury. One day. But for now, yeah, it's just two-handed weapons are just huge. Plus, I don't want to knock. I'm not trying to knock Arms Warrior playstyle. It is really, really fun. It is a good playstyle. It plays super, super well. So you should definitely have some fun with it and enjoy it. Is this really my best in slide pieces? Oh, I could upgrade you by like one. I wish I could. I do need to upgrade you. Oh no, I need more. I do want to get this weapon fully pumped up though. I need to get this thing pumped up. Alrighty. I just need crests and I need keys. That's all I need at this point. You know what, Warthorus? I'm gonna join you, my guy. I'm gonna join you. Just so we can slam this key out of the way. Get me in there, friend. One is more bleed oriented and there's more raw burst damage, so it's fun. I don't know, arms doesn't have to be bleed oriented. It has bleeds as part of its playstyle, and you could go like heavier on bleeds if you wanted to, but not necessarily, no. It's not like you have a mastery affinity for bleeds or anything. It's just, and it's not like you really have a playstyle where like you can put dots on somebody, back away, and your dots are melting. So like there are bleeds, but I wouldn't even say like one is like more dot heavy. It can be. There is an arms playstyle for like an execute build that does leverage into the Rend, into the Bloodborne, but it doesn't go super hardcore into bleeds. Not really. Now if we're doing freehold, what's a good town setup for freehold? Probably like a Bladestorm build, right? I think. Let me look it up real quick. Freehold. It looks like no, it looks like people are playing execute build and the bleed. Execute bleed build. Which one's better? Which one's more popular? So the Bladestorm one is more popular by the looks of it. I guess you can do big pulls. But I think at the higher end, the Execute build ends up... It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. Should we play the Bleed build or Execute build, boys? What do you guys think? For Freehold. Bleeds or Execute? Because there are two. There are two. And they're both pretty good. Looks like both of them are really, really close to one another. Which one do you guys want to see? But I time 20, so I will get a 20 in my vault, right? Yes, you should get a 20 in your vault. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Learn about Ashkania Force Storm. One day, dude. One day. Execute? Okay, we can do Execute. Execute is really simple. But it's also effective. I think it's a lot better for single target too. But it's got the Skull Splitter, so it has a little bit of this like bleed, like Skull Splitter burstiness to it. I'm a little weird about using Skull Splitter, like I'm just not used to it. But it's got that satisfying Warlord's Torment, which is huge inside of Executes. The AoE damage playstyle is a little bit different than what I'm used to. Like the damage you could do in the opener is pretty decent. But if I'm not wrong, I believe it is more of a cleave and more overpowered spammer version of this build. Like you'll use overpowers in between of other abilities. But yeah, Rend, Whirlwind, Roar. That's all pretty strong. That's like the bleed build, I guess. But I do wish like it'd be kind of cool if they did have a bit more of an affinity for Arms Warrior to go bleed heaviness, you know? Like let's say like if the left hand side played into dot gameplay, bleed gameplay, like Dreadnought and Pro Slam, but instead of like Fatality at the end, which seems to be more like a Mortal Strike Execute thing, which is kind of what the Warrior's all about, it had some kind of like all of your bleeds are more impactful, and maybe like your bleeds can now stack up to a certain degree or something. You know what I mean? Like as long as you maintain like, and maybe another ability, like maintaining this ability at all times makes all your bleeds like 20% stronger. So then there'll be like a lot more of like a bleed-esque affinity to the playstyle. Just maintaining like a dot or maintaining like a buff, using your rage for that buff, and now it's like changes your playstyle, so now there's a lot more of like a dot management, and then your bleeds are just like skyrocketing in terms of damage, and you're just kind of like Mortal Strike and executing like as downtime or whatever. And the rest of it just like bleed maintenance. Stuff like that would be really cool to see. But it's like, here's like you build up for a big execute eventually, and you got some like bleed and overpower stuff. And here it's also like execute everywhere. Crit damage, execute. It just all comes down to like Mortal Strikes and executes and maybe even Bladestorm down the middle. But it really just like, there's like a little pocket of bleed stuff, a little bit of bleed stuff over here. But that's really about it, you know? So I think something like that would be really cool to see in the future, you know? So being like Arms Warriors, like super about them super precise strikes, and it's like very focused on like making precise cuts so the enemies, but you're not an assassination rogue or a feral either, you know what I mean? So like it doesn't really fit the identity, does not fit identity, who knows really? 423 tank, 499. I probably I mean, maybe that's a good group. Like if they're not 100 pulls, maybe, I don't know. That's a weird one though. It's either going to be like the healer friend has done keys and is kind of experienced, but his tank friend has no experience whatsoever and he's just trying to carry his friend. That, or is just like a pair of dudes that know their keys, but they're just playing alts and stuff. So it's either one of those two. If it's a pair of dudes that don't have gear but are playing alts, the key is going to be a banger key. If it's like one dude is hard carrying the other, I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, Take is probably an ult. Or if it's a friend carrying a low gear friend or no experienced friend, I feel like that could be kind of painful. Assassination rogue spec, but a warrior with bleed steroids. But even Assassination has like a bit of a bleed affinity, right? With all those talents and a mastery that improves your bleeds. You know? So I guess it all depends really, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it'd be kind of cool if there was like a bit more of that bleed identity for arms too. Like went super ham into it. But maybe one day. Maybe we bring the Hunt Jake Circuit Plus to it. Could, honestly. Started Subcreation lately to get gear. Subcreation's a pretty good, like, Subcreation's a really good website in terms of just like getting the info and just like have it broken down for you. I feel like Subcreation can be used in the wrong way though. Like if you look at someone S tier, F tier or whatever, that's not, like if you just use it on the surface level, it's not great. What Subcreation is good for is like researching. Okay, let's find the class that I want to play. Okay, what is some of the weapons that people play when they play the class? What is the talent loadout they play in these dungeons? And that's something like Subcreation also doesn't have like all the, it has as good of info as you can really get when it comes to parsing the information, but it only takes information that is logged, so it's not all of it is ever logged. Not everybody does dungeons and logs them. A lot of times people do dungeons just to do them, but yeah. They just do them just for the sake of like doing them. And maybe have like details or red REO, it'll be reflected like what they did, but it doesn't capture like the details of what happened in that dungeon either. You know what I mean? So it gives you like some idea, but not really. It's as good of an idea as you can get. But it's great for like looking at the details in terms of like what are people running for all their builds, what is everybody trying to do for like all their class combos, what talents are swapping out for different dungeons, what embellishments are people running, like which way classes are trending. That's what I think is really, really good about the whole Subcreation website. It's just like the detailed information, and it's pretty easy to like break down exactly what's all what, you know? Oh, this man is dead. What happened? What's your health? My man's. What is your health? Goes down here. Also, guys, if you need gold, this is what I've been doing in my free time. Like whenever I'm waiting for like a queue or whatever, I'll just use one of the what is it, the races. You can either do like the advanced or the easy ones, whichever one you want on. And like the box or the bag that they give you at the end of it is pretty good for the gold it gives. The res healer? Yeah, honestly. So you're looking at a paladin or druid. Almost messed up. Not fast at all. Yeah, silver. Always close though. Never gold. And the bag you get is about 500 gold or so. So if you have like what, 4 of them, 1 for every zone. And I guess there's they also added some here too, didn't they? There's like 2 more. That's like a little bit of gold. Better than nothing. You know? While we're looking for the healer. I can make 120 gold per week with 13 carriages, but doing world quests. I mean, the world quests do give you quite a bit of gold. I think they did end up doing a pretty good job with it. Because I remember people complained about like world quests not really feeling like really worth it. I mean, they're world quests, right? They're really casual content, and they're not going to be super rewarding, but like putting more gold world quests on them, especially really fast ones, I mean, it's worth. Just flying by, doing really quickly. Are your conduits active right now from SL? I don't think so. I hope not. I hope they're all disabled, and I hope somebody at Blizzard threw them in a dumpster and set it on fire. I don't even want to say the word conduit. I don't want to do it. Conduit? More like, can you not? No. No, thank you. Or rather, conduit, can you not do it? I'm trying to be clever. I'm not built for it. I'll play a rogue in WoW. I'm not playing in class. I don't have the brain power for this. Agility, sure. Covenant? Oh, please no. Covenant? The Covenants were like... I think the idea behind Covenants was like... interesting, right? You pick the Covenant you want to join, and there's 4 of them, and all of them offer something unique and personal, from an ability to a separate power progression to like cosmetics and stuff. Like the idea behind Covenants, like ideal version of Covenants, isn't the worst on paper. It's just like when you put it in practice, that's where it like really falls apart. Because it's like, okay, well, certain Covenants are stronger than others, depending on the content. Some abilities are really strong, because one ability does pure single target. The other can do single target and cleave damage. One is obviously going to be better than the other. One is really easy to execute, and it does decent damage without any setup. The other needs a pretty interesting, very specific setup in order to do even half that. So like you run into issues where like you're not going to be able to balance these. Unless they're literally same ability, just given like a different color paint. You know, green Covenant ability that shoots a thing, or a blue Covenant ability that shoots a thing, right? If all the abilities were... Matix, are you healing or are you DPSing? Or is this no healer run? Just an evoke... I mean, Aug Evoker probably can heal, right? Oh, you are healing. Okay. I was gonna say. And there was Ashen Poggers. Dude, Ashen... You know what? Ashen was fun for Paladins, but I'm also kind of happy that it did not make it into Dragonflight. Imagine if Ashen was still a thing and Paladins had to play around Ashen. Oh, how mind-numbing would that be? You know? Like, don't get me wrong, they made some weird decisions when it comes to Covenant abilities. Like, a lot of hunters were hoping to get the Curing Arrow or the Night Fae ability, and instead they've basically gotten like the Venthyr legendary. And they've gotten the Death Chakram, which not a lot of them used, although I love Death Chakram. I think it's really good. I like it a lot myself personally. I think it's really good. Big fan. But also PvP, right? Because it's really good there too. But also like when they add Legendary, where you put up like 2 explosives. Oh, that was fun. As survival, oh, excellent. Perfect. So good. Plus the variability of Maldraxxus wasn't bad either. But like, besides that one weird one that people were like, well, I don't know, we didn't really use that one that much. If we did not PvP. If we were PvE Andy. Yeah, like, imagine if they brought in Ashen. Flagellation for Assassin Rogue, it was good. I feel like Flagellation for Assassin Rogue actually would have been fitting. It's like you have bloody explosions left and right? It's just like red everywhere. I feel like that would have fit pretty well too, you know? But I see why they gave it to Subtlety and the whole mastery stacking for it. It's fine. Sepsis and Necrolord Spike for Assassin makes sense. Sepsis for sub, okay. Sepsis for Outlaws, I don't really know how I feel about that one. That was weird. The Kyrian one makes sense though. Kyrian one made sense, and a lot of people actually end up using it, and it's pretty easy to get into. I really do hope at some point they change the visuals of these abilities, right? Because right now they have like this Kyrian Necrolordy, like Kyrian Arcane look, Necrolord sickly green look to it. They got that what else? They got that fey blue lines and shimmers and stuff. Venthyr red, right? This animal look to it. I do hope at some point they do adjust these abilities so they feel like a warrior ability rather than some arcane spear with explosions and everything, right? But I think visually they're just like, they wanted to secure the visual identity so people can recognize its abilities. Because imagine if you have the spear and instead of, like right now it's an arcane spear, people can recognize what it is. But then you get like a new patch and that spear now it looks nothing like it. It looks like an actual like physical spear, and when you get hit by it, you're chained, and now it has a rumbly effect. You're like, what the hell is this ability? Same spear, but visually for people it's gonna be like weird to adjust to. You know? It is gonna be a weird one to adjust to. But otherwise I think it'll be good to visually at some point like, alright, let's make it look like a rogue ability. Let's make it look like a warrior ability. You know, let's make it look like a class ability rather than like this thing that a bar power that you used to do way back in the day. You know what I mean? I just personal gripe. But not even a gripe. Honestly. At least you should switch Covenant once, Mix. Yeah. Yeah, once Covenants were switchable back in SL, like, it got a lot better, a lot more playable, and you could just swap whenever you want to. Yes, you had to go back to Oracles to make the switch, but like, it's better than nothing. I feel like if that's how the expansion started off with the bat, and it did not run into the issues that it did outside of the game, I think maybe it might have had potential. But yeah, it's one of those things where there's a classic case of, you should probably listen to the player base. They're giving you some really good ideas. You know what I mean? Survivor Old Kyrian for 30 seconds. Dude, it was really good. Oh, for 30s? It was really, really good. Especially with the tier set in Season 3. Real good. I was a big fan. Big fan. Okay, I'm gonna end up ripping all the aggro. I'm gonna rip aggro, and then I'm gonna rip ass. Okay, well now we can start going big executing. Arms warrior, I love it. Big bleed, dude. Big bleed. Let me see if I can just walk by these guys. With one of these. I do want them to kind of like group up a little bit so I can warbreaker them. If I can. I gotta disable that. There are big debuffs. But I don't need them. Big pull, big pull. I say we do it. I say we do it. I say we do it. Rip it. Rip it. Do it, tank. Oh, man, do it. We're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, just rip it, dude. Just rip it like a band-aid. It'll be fine. Except when I'm not in there. Then don't rip it, please. Save, wait for me. Oh yeah, this mech is really fun. I'm enjoying this a lot. Let me disable big debuffs. You guys need to see those. I gotta still mess around with that. Oh, tank, what? Okay, I guess the tank wasn't ready. Where's the tank? That man died insta. Was the tank not able to get any aggro at all? Looks like he wasn't there. Mentally, maybe he just wasn't present. It was checked out completely. That man's just dead. Do we have any reses? We don't, do we? Oh yeah, this is gonna take a while. I mean, I guess like we'll eventually kill him, but like it's still gonna be super annoying. Back away. One of these. We'll just do it like this. Don't tank, don't stay over there. You don't gotta move. As a tank, you don't actually have to move. I know you want to move. I know you got a little bit of that ADD or something. I totally get you. I get the same thing. I don't like staying in the same place. Okay, you stand here, I'll stand here. How does that sound? You like that? Okay, we'll work with this. This is how we're gonna work it. We'll be fine. We're gonna get hit? No. We'll choose scissors instead.
I cannot use that item yet. Watch your step. It is not ready yet. Watch your feet.
Uh-oh. We'll be fine. Yep. Perfect. That's all you gotta do. It's just little adjustments like this. That's all you gotta do. He's almost in the execute range. Once in execute range, then I can really unleash. Okay, now he's in execute range. Now he's just dead. Now he's just dead. It's over. It's over.
Watch your step. Think right. Watch your step. Think right.
I'm not even gonna avatar here. Man's dead.
I am out of range. Watch your step.
Oh, that took a while with that guy being down. Otherwise, it would have been pretty good. Hey, Dal, haven't played for a while. What's up, Seal? How you doing, man? How's the patch and what class changes are coming? So tomorrow we're gonna have some nerfs for augmentation evokers and guardian druids for mythic pluses. Bunch of buffs to every other tank though, so every other tank should feel pretty good. Just damage buffs all around, man. Should feel pretty fantastic, honestly. Then also we got buffs for mages in PvP. Mages are getting some nice buffs for PvP. They're toning down the frost mage's ice ray ability a little for PvP, but like frostbolt damage is gonna go up a lot. That's gonna feel nice. Their stun capability, their CC is getting a little bit better. Then Arcane is getting a bit more power. The Fire Mage change is also getting buffed up a little bit too. Then you got what, like Shamans are getting some stuff, like their spell protection. Resu's getting a couple buffs here and there, just performance buffs. Kind of nice, honestly. Nerfs to Bears, world is ending. Nah, it's like a very slight, but it's still a nerf is a nerf is a nerf. You know what I mean? A nerf is a nerf is a nerf. No matter how you slice it. I'm gonna go flying. Oh. But yeah, nerfs to bears I'm not a big fan of, but like what can you do? A nerf is a nerf.
Watch your step. Watch your step. I must get closer.
Oh, trap. I knew it. I knew it. At least I can maybe do one of these. Charge. Big slam. Oh, I love the charge into an execute. It just feels like you have so much momentum behind you. What the? So that's a new mechanic. The reason why I was like, there was just a little bit of a slide there. A little bit of a sliding effect with that rooftop. Oh, I made friends. Don't know where they came from. But we made more friends. Fish are friends, not food.
Too far away.
Sounds awesome. Dude, there's a couple more changes too. I have a video out on the channel if you want to peep it. But there's a lot of changes. There was like a pretty big list of changes that came out like a day ago. Lord, I'm on his waiver, friend. And also there's a patch 10.17 in the works too. That's gonna bring a bunch of changes as well. Like a ping system, like League of Legends style pings and WoW. They do look clean though. Have you guys taken a look at the ping system, by the way? I like them actually. They look clean. Okay, this is gonna be a weird one here. Can I stun it? Yes, I can. That one I can stun. Otherwise, I might not be able to. Can stop it. Okay, we're fine. Things are clean. I like this a lot. I feel like this is the kind of pull where it's like, oh, you really wish you had Blade Storm. Oh my god, that was the worst time for me to pop on cleave. Unless you're gonna go down, we're going down, you're going down, maybe. Ah, that's not what I meant to do. Ah, I made a mistake. I did not mean to charge like that. Warrior brain, bro. Literally developing a warrior brain live on stream. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, max range? You could max range it? Is that what just happened? I'm sorry. Also, this is where Bladestone would have been amazing because you could Bladestone the barrel if you do get hit by the barrel. Blink it, blink it, blink it, blink it, blink it. You can blinker. Yeah, blinker. There we go. Let's see if I can maybe get one of these. Okay, we're waiting until next one of my... Never mind. I do want him to get a little closer though. Come here. Give me a Raul. We can get both of you with that cleave. My damage is a little low. Trying to bring it up a little bit. Is he in execute range? Not yet. I think now he is. Yeah, now you are. Now it's over.
Target you. Change target. Danger, danger.
You're probably dead, whoever's that is. Owie. Pop parry here. Make sure I don't die. Wish I had the execute. Yahoo wins Frost Mage 450 or 440 Shadow Priest? Shadow Priest, right? Normally? I don't know. Are we talking about the nerfs? Nerf Shadow Priest? The one that's got nerfed tomorrow or not nerfed Shadow Priest? I guess it depends, yeah. At this point it depends. If it's the nerf version, probably not the Shadow Priest. No, Shadow Priest is getting like 8% more single target damage. That's actually pretty good. Hold on, I could hack you out of there. I could hack you out of there, friend. Literally try to hack him out of the box. I love the animation. God, that is one thing that they did really, really good in Shadowlands, is they added that obliteration animation. That is so good. Obliteration, but like also the, what is it? The Vanthi Warrior ability. But that is obliteration for DKs though. It's so good looking. That is such a good job with it, man. What a fantastic work. Ain't having to like run out of there. This was like a little bit better positional. Okay. That is where Bladestorm would be amazing, because if you're doing that many enemies in that big of a pull, Bladestorm is really, really good for those. Can we do more than this? No. That's fine. Just look at the damage you could do in like small target cleaves. Small target beeves. Absolute just blaster. That's where the execute build works really well, because it's a cleave playstyle. And you just end up just cleaving things down with a big bleed on top of it. But then when you go into big pull like this, where it's a lot of mobs to hit, not ideal, not great, but it can work. So we should get the RP started when we can. We can. Yeah, and then you get situations like this where it just didn't really feel like the damage was all that good. At times it feels really good, but like only if you have the cooldowns for it. Otherwise it can feel kind of unsatisfying. Yeah. Beating the Shadow Priest is bad? What do you mean? No, I'm beating the Shadow Priest mage bad. Mage bad? What do you mean? Mage ain't bad. Oh, the Shadow Priest of 40 animals should be a lot better though. Poor guy's having a hard time, man. That's all. Poor guy's just having a hard time. You don't gotta make fun of him. You know what I mean? Like, even like, let's say like, even if you got like full 40 item on the priest, let's say maybe he plays disc all the time, but he never plays Shadow, there's still gonna be a bit of a learning curve. Like, even if he's like, doesn't really play Shadow Priest that much, there's still a bit of a learning curve, and I wouldn't make fun of him for that. You know? Everybody's trying new stuff and doing better, trying to do better, you know? People are just trying to learn. At least that's how I view it. I don't hope I can maybe wait and not attack Ludwig here for a bit until my execute swoop is back. And I can charge back in. Oh! And die maybe? Hopefully not die. If I get those big executes on the boss. Leave executes. I don't know if I should have popped Avatar there. I might have not been the play. But if you're committing, you might as well go all the way. Yeah, I guess that'll work. What I also could do is maybe if I want to pad a little bit, bleed this up. Just gotta leave him bleeding. Pad a little bit. Where you from? The accent, Stefan? Originally Russian. Originally Russia, but I've been living in US for like more than half my life, man. But I still have a little bit of an accent left over. So not much you can really do. Alright, for the boss, I got not a lot to really work with here. Unless I can maybe get a couple of those Mortal Strike resets, which would be amazing. You can just parry this, right? Yeah, you can. You used to be able to parry this and dodge this as a rogue, like if you were an outlaw. You weren't able to play like the noodle arm build. Parry, evasion, you could actually do some damage. Stay in, at least during your cooldowns. But outside of that, you don't really have much to work with. And I want to pop cooldowns now, but I feel like I shouldn't, just because it's going to be one of these situations. Literally can be in melee. I know he's going to charge. Let's go anyone for charge. Guy died? Oh no. Okay. I guess it's as good of a charge as it can be. Oh, I'm gonna die. Reflect. Shark is frost damage, or magic damage, or nature damage. One of those two. But Shark is definitely non-physical damage. Even though you feel like you think Shark is physical damage. Shark is non-physical. It is magical. But so if you pop Spell Reflect, you could reduce it. That was the worst war breaker of my life. Oh no, and there's a shark. Shark. I know he's gonna charge. I feel like if I charge, he's gonna charge right through me. There we go. Oh. Did he pick up both of them? Looks like he did. Hard to believe this tune was a bit more squishy than my tank. I mean, it's a priest, man, but it's okay. Hello, what's up, Azad? Hi to my man. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, WoW stuff? WoW hiring social media manager, freelance position. Okay. Being a shower priest bad? I think being a shower priest is good, depending on the context. Do I have anything here? Sorta. We're gonna get hit. Line up in air for a second. Squall. Squall is bad. Let's see if we can fear him, maybe? Fear? Can fear? Oh yeah, I forgot. We're okay, maybe? Demon Hunter, you gotta live. You gotta live. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but you gotta live. He dead? He might not die. He might not live. Wait, he's alive? This guy's a madman? Demon Hunter is insane. This Demon Hunter is actually insane. What a god. Actually just lived. Oil blade. Literally didn't even flinch. Cheat death, everything, just like my god, did he just have like a lucky demon proc there or something? Or like double or some luck? That was incredible. I am legitimately impressed. Oh, we're pretty good. How about you? I'm doing pretty good, my guy. Having a good time, chilling. Getting keys done. Got a bunch of like characters caught up this week too. Been gaming a lot, I'd say. Like good gaming too. Got a pretty interesting video for the night, so I got something good planned. Pretty happy about it. Excited to see what kind of build we'll like. Excited for the changes tomorrow too. Those are looking really, really good. Like the buffs look great. The nerfs, nobody ever likes nerfs, but like, you know, what can you do? Well, what can you do about those? But the buffs look really, really good. Buffs look excellent. Do we have anybody that can do the ad? Because I know we can. Technically, the priest has roots. They could do the ad all by themselves. They could. Oh, I guess we do have him present, right? Oh, Polly. I'm stupid. Actually, legitimately stupid. Literally brain rot warrior gameplay. Needs an intellect buff IRL.
Phase 2. Watch your step.
Acquaint these scallywags with our heavy gun.
I am out of range.
Swap the deck with their gizzards.
Watch where.
Uh-oh. Mage down, so we don't have CC. Unless Demon Hunter thinks he can do it. Coming in and go off. For the ad?
Watch your step. I am out of range.
What I can do is maybe I can stun the ad.
Run.
Stormbolt? Nice. So now we can do executed damage. Oh, this is gonna feel great. God, so satisfying. Give me the big executes, please.
Watch your step.
Don't know if we got the imprison yet. Maybe no. Which way is it going? Is it going after him? I guess I'm backing away. Ethical gaming. Me? Is it going after me? It honestly didn't look like it was after me. Didn't see the eyeballs above my head. I mean, that'll do it, right? Really? 82? I feel like I did very, very little damage this run. Very little damage this run. Really? Wait, I did do a reload, didn't I? Yeah, I did do a reload. What's overall? 110? I'll take it. I'll take it. That's pretty good. How's Jester doing this patch? I'd say it's pretty good. I'd say Jester's pretty good. Right now, the casters that are popular are Shadow Priest, Evoker, and Fire Mage. Jester isn't terrible, but it's definitely like falling off when it comes to Plus because of the other casters that are doing super, super well in it. Those are 100k. That's pretty good. It's really good. They got a hole in it. What, seal? Yo, huge. That's a huge ring. That's mad. Rats. That's big. Need a ring? Dude, it's good. It's a good haste ring. That's why it's climbed up down. Has it really? has it though? Let me look it up. Yeah. It's done a little better. It's just like, it's definitely not like the top of the tippity top that where it used to be. I mean, if it maybe kind of climbs, it's like saying Outlaw Road climbed up a little, which it technically went from like, what, at least some subcreation from F tier to C tier. And if you take a look at the, not this one, right? It's the other one. No, which one was it? Which website was it? It's this other website too that people started using. That's a little more accurate, question mark, for keys and stuff. I guess best keystone was pretty good. Like there's a lot of runs with like, I guess the amount of runs, right? Like Destro, I guess it's alright. I guess so. Like when it comes to Warlocks, I guess it is the best Warlock spec for M pluses. No doubt about it. But yeah, I don't know. Although apparently Frost Mage, Demon Hunter, Enhanced Shaman, Balancers are actually safer picks. And so is Arms Warrior when it comes to like, when you do take them, they do really well on those keys. Should I nerf the Nelth to 16 or 15 or just send it as is? I think I should keep it as is, honestly. I think I would keep it as 17 war threats because monks need that key, paladins need that key, rogues need that key. So you can pick up a couple of pumpers when you list that key for a 17. And like people are gonna want to do that key because you can get the item on a heroic track and then upgrade it to full 41 if you can get the Forge Storm. So I would keep it, and I would just like, if you list it, wait until you get like the perfect orange score Master Blasters in your group and just pick them up and just do the key. Because people are gonna want it for like gearing or whatever. Because the weapon is still really, really good. Plus the trinket too. The Shadow Priest will want to get it. Evokers will want to get it. The spoils. So you have yourself a pretty big slew of classes that would be interested in that key. How to play D&D? But Jukes, by the way, before you go, are you playing Baldur's Gate 3 by chance? Because I'm excited for Baldur's Gate 3, dude. I'm excited. I've been prepping. I got been in the early access since day one just because I like layering games. And they did Divinity, which I loved. You're playing that? What are your thoughts between Fury and Arms? Do you like Arms more? I think I'm right now leaning toward... I've been leaning towards Arms for a while, though, this expansion. I just like it a ton, man. Go wait for BG3, dude. It's gonna be so good. And they've been putting out so much promotional stuff and, like, people making videos on it. I just get bombarded by that stuff from, like, YouTube videos. I'm like, dude, I am so excited. I am ready to get disappointed. Honestly, I feel like we're just building up the hype, and when we play the game, it will never reach what we're trying to do. But I'm trying to keep it like a spoiler-free as best as I can. Trying not to see way too much stuff in there. Way too much promotional things to like spoil a lot. I mean, they've been pretty good at not spoiling stuff too. But like when they started showing off the city, I was like, I'm sold. I didn't know how big the game was going to be. I played the first act a ton on the preview. I didn't do some of the newer Underdark stuff when they started adding more of that. I decided to just like, okay, I played it. I want to keep the hype somewhere deep in me. I don't want to spoil it. I want to be burnt out by it. I'm just going to take it easy. I barely got my hands on the Bard or Barbarian, which, to give you an idea, like I've really been trying to save a lot of it. Oh my god, yeah. Played Arms for the first time in Shadowlands week 2. It's pretty good. So it is a lot of fun, but it's a lot of people playing Fury. Fury just has survivability. It doesn't have that burst and a snapback that you have to deal with, especially when you play like a Bear Druid or really any tank. I feel like the survivability of Fury and the consistent damage to do well in big AoE pools, where Arms is about cooldowns inside of the big packs. Fury doesn't need cooldowns, you just constantly do damage all the time. I think it gives it a bit of an edge. Jake does beat a Shadow Priest 10 out of levels ahead of him by 2k, lol. I mean, again, like I said, it like happens. Maybe he's like a Discreet main just learning. Fire Mage Snapbacker is terrifying. Fire Mage, Duster Warlock, Evoker, Marksmith, Hunter, unless you misdirect, which you should be. But like, yeah, all those classes have a lot of snap aggro where they just kind of like pop off. Damage is like, and now. What is a weapon skin? The skin for the weapon is a Ashkandi. It is like the It is the... It's like a heroic version or something, right? Hold on. It is the... Let me look it up. Let me look it up. It's like a heroic or normal version of Ashkandi. I'm not sure. Hold on. So if Alofar is this bronzish thing, then normal is like the black Dragonflight one. Yeah, it's like a more black and reddish. Heroic is like the red Dragonflight, like a little bit pink, a little bit more red. Yeah, so it'll be like the heroic version. And then there's also the mythic version as well. Which is like the dark and purple. This looks really, really good. So is it me or is the character like wonky when they're like on the side like this? It's like doing a lot of movement. Like in the middle is fine. You're like shifting around a lot. To do that too. Yeah, this is here too. It's just so weird. Definitely someone has to do like with the engine or whatever. But yeah, it looks good. I think it looks good too. And imagine when you have two of them. Oh, for Fury, it looks so good. I do want to get like the purple mythic one, but I don't think we are going to be doing a heroic run, it seems like, tonight. And I might bring the warrior for the heroic run just to get a little bit of gear. And hopefully get some good trinkets. I'm not sure which character I am going to bring, but I was thinking maybe do the warrior. So I could maybe get like some pieces. And we'll probably be doing that like in an hour or so. But we'll see. Desert Lock only snaps aggro and single target. Desert Warlock doesn't really snap aggro. I mean, it can, but like not really. You know? Like, I get it. Like, dropping Infernals and just cranking out Chaos Bolts will probably do it. But I feel like I've never really seen a Desert Warlock like pick up aggro like a Fire Mage has. Like, can it work? Yes. Can it happen? Yes. But it's generally not considered one of those classes that is a snap aggro class. Like Arms Warrior goes in, Warbreaker, Blaze Storm, immediate damage. Cooldowns are impactful immediately. There's no ramp up, no nothing. Fire Mage, Combustion, Flame Strike, Meteor, Flame is got aggro. Evoker, big pyre in all directions, big crits, big fire breath, big AoE, flyby, or I guess you don't really use flyby inside of Dragon Rage, but you get what I mean, right? Stream heroic? I don't think so. It's just like a Monday heroic run. No, I usually stream like my Tuesday, Mythic, Wednesday, Thursday, but like ever since Prague is gone, I haven't really been streaming the raid nearly as much. But I'm also not in for a lot of the fights too. Skullbreaker sounds like a class smash. So Skullbreaker is a little different. Skullbreaker used to be an ability that you would just slam and would restore you energy or rage. It would restore a rage, and it used to be like reduced by haste too. So it was pretty good when warriors didn't have that much rage regen. Now, Skull Splitter still has a rage regen mechanic, which was its primarily purpose, but now it has this new mechanic where it causes your deep wounds to expire instantly. So like, let's say you put a bleed on somebody, you Skull Splitter, that bleed just like exsanguinates really quickly. It just like, you just kind of like, all the dot ticks just kind of pop off on the screen all at once. And they're dead, or bleed is gone. Or maybe they're dead afterwards. Tied for Blood adds so you can also do Rend. 30% more damage on the actual Skull Splitter, and your Rend will also like expire. So it's just like, and you can combo it together with Bloodborne, where Rend, Thunderous Roar, and Deep Wounds deal more damage. This also used to work on Thunderous Roar too, which was insane because this is a big bleed, which you can also change to Thunderous Roar, so all your bleeds are 15% more effective at all times. And with Deep Wounds, Rend, Thunderous Roar, all of them last longer, so it's more of a bleed that you can like expunge immediately. 5% more crit strike chance for when they expunge, and if you have Rend, more strike reapply. Yeah, that's a new one. But like, it used to be like you walked in, Rend, Warbreaker to get your Deep Wounds in, Rend, Warbreaker, Rend into Thunderous Roar, place a Skull Banner, which gave you like even more crit damage, and you would Skull Splitter, all those bleeds would erupt immediately, a little more likely to crit. Skull Banner would also increase your crit damage by 20% more. You also got other crit increases right in Pale, that used to be double what it is now, 20% more on top of it. This also used to just empower all of your crit damage too. They didn't used to be like this whole like execute damage or whatever, or crit damage by certain abilities, just 20% more crit damage. So Banner, 20, 60% more crit damage, bleeds are more likely to crit. Just erupted once. Used to be really, really strong and kind of busted in the early alpha beta. They toned it down quite a bit, but I would love for that to return someday. I don't think it's gonna happen, but like what they got with Arms Warrior, it's pretty good right now, honestly. I was aggro somehow. Fury Warrior can, but like Okay, so if you're a warrior, it does have a lot of cooldowns that you can use at once, especially if you're running like the spear build. That being said, Fury generally has a bit of a ramp up because Rampage has an ability. It's like multiple hits to get all your damage out. With arms, it's just like run in, Warbreaker for a bunch of damage to everybody, Blaze-Storm that just starts doing like big cleave damage to everybody with every single like tick. For Fury, it's like you gotta walk in, you got a Whirlwind, which is like a little bit of hits, starts to cleave, then you do Rampage, right? I guess you build up Rage into a Rampage. Rampage, instead of like one big hit, it's just like one chop, 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 chop. It takes a second to like build up aggro. It doesn't just like hit. Builds up, but then the bear or any other tank really that doesn't do a lot of damage can wrestle that away from Fury Warrior. You can do a lot of burst damage, especially like if you walk in. Maybe like if you play the Avatar build where Avatar gives you Odin's Fury, and then you play normal Odin's Fury, you rush in, pop all your cooldowns, right? You AoE, big onslaught, Odin's Fury into Avatar, so you get a double Odin's Fury proc. Maybe that could give you a lot of snap aggro, but that depends on the build you're running. That depends on the playstyle you're going for. But you shouldn't, as a Fury Warrior, you shouldn't stop you from doing the most amount of damage in the opener. But on average, it should have less snap aggro and therefore less aggro taken than Arms Warrior. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but it should happen less. I would have been more Priest since getting back Blades, even though there's a main reason I got him. Try Priest once like the new changes come in. Their AoE is going to be a little bit less, but their single target is a lot more, like almost 8% buff, or close to 8%. That's how Fury Warrior with Gavel Jathus was snappiest back in game. I guess like anything with Jathus was snappy, right? Just because Jathus did a lot of damage and stuff. It didn't really matter at that point. But like even then, no, not Jathus, Gavel. Gavel's what did like a bunch of damage in the opener. Yeah, Jathus was whatever. Jathus just did damage here and there. But still, even on average, like Arms Warrior versus Fury Warrior, like if you're trying to compare the two, right? If you want to compare like Arms Warrior versus like, I don't know, an Assassin's Rogue, yeah, I guess you could call Fury Warrior snappier. But like, you should be comparing Arms Warrior versus Fury Warrior if you're comparing warriors. And every time, Arms is going to be like, again, Warbreaker, instant damage, everybody takes a big hit. Blaze-Storm, everybody takes a big hit. It's just instant big hits. You don't have like build up. You just do big hits whenever you have them. Like, I mean, like what, this whole dungeon I'm running around, and whenever I'm mortal striking, I'm hitting dudes for like 267k. Or an average 123k crits. So imagine like Fury Warrior that's hitting like for like 30k with a Rampage, or like an Arms Warrior that goes in and just beats him over the head with a bat, right? And Mob is just gonna look at that big hit all in a single go and they'll be like, I don't like you, I'm going after you. Compared to a guy that's just like beating the back of the head like a bongo drum, pop, 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 pop. It just doesn't evoke as much aggro nearly as quickly. Now the dots could maybe offset it. If you could play like a very dot build, you wouldn't be able to draw nearly as much aggro as quickly. You know, I like the dot damage, by the way. Look at that, full top 4-5 abilities, just a good chunk of it just bleeds. That is really cool about Arms. This is why like I think there really could be some kind of like a Arms bleed scenario. Also Ashkandi, that does a lot of damage for a weapon. Like 1.7 more of my damage just in a dungeon. It can crit for 144, and that's a whole dungeon with humanoids. So it's like does even more damage to humanoids. Auto attacks have a low chance. Striking gun with a violent purpose, dealing a bunch of Shadow Flame damage. On a bursty class like this, probably not a good idea. Aggro concerned. This damage is doubled against humanoids. It is really, really good. I think we might get a fairly considering 430 Warrior. Yeah, I think you did really good. Yeah, I don't really know what the Shadow Priest. I guess the guy was having a bit of a hard time though. To be fair, probably was he was dead a couple of times. Like he was dead for the first boss. That's just gonna be like, it's not gonna do great for his overall. But yeah, that was great. And you get in those Pyroblasts and you get in those like big chunky ones off and everything. Yeah, as long as you're starting to feel more comfortable with the spec, that's like the most important part. Is just starting to feel more comfortable. I wouldn't worry about your damage. I guess damage does matter, but like as long as you're starting to feel comfortable and you get into timers and always be casting. That's the ABCs of casters, is always be casting. Literally, you should always be casting whenever you get a free second at all times. Now, I probably should have some flight stones off of that, shouldn't I? Maybe I can like upgrade my Shkandi to like 437. Because that's about as good as a weapon you can get. I don't even know, maybe like a 447 best assault weapon would replace it. But this thing is just nuts. Okay, I can do like 1 TD little upgrade. 3 extra animals on this thing. I need more though. I honestly might be worth bringing this guy to a heroic run. Just get myself as much gear as I can. Maybe see if I can score a second Ash Candy, like a heroic Ash Candy. And that'll be great. That'd be nice. But yeah, I feel more like a Giga Chat playing ARMS. Dude, this is just something about ARMS. I will agree though, the playstyle of like incorporating your Ignore Pain into your rotation does feel kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Does feel weird as ARMS. I feel like Ignore Pain should be a button, but maybe it should be like Object CD and maybe not costing you rage. I mean, I feel like right now Warriors are using it just so you can get like rage spending and they can get cooldowns back and whatever. I feel like maybe they should just make Ignore Pain like it should be a defensive button. It feels weird that it's like a button you use as part of your rotation. Why is that? Because it's Object CD, so you can use it pretty quickly. You generate a lot of rages where right now rage generation is very, very high. So you're throwing in Ignore Pain just so you can get more value of rage spent into your execute Warbreaker windows. Tester Might, the more rage you spend inside of Warbreaker window, the more strength you can get afterwards. And that's strength that's like Warbreaker, big damage buff. Then you get a strength window, big damage buff. So basically your burst continues on for a little bit longer. That and you get cooldown reduction with anger management. Every 20 rage you spend reduces the main cooldown of Warbreaker and sometimes and Blaze Storm. And sometimes you get so much rage you can just never spend it fast enough. So then you start dumping that side rage into Ignore Pains. Because like your main ability is going to be Mortal Strike, Overpower, and whenever you have Warbreaker available, you have Warbreaker available. Execute takes priority above all of them, except for like what 2 executes, and then you want a Mortal Strike afterwards because of Executor's precision. But like besides that, Execute, Mortal Strike, and Overpower. As long as you're pressing these buttons, you're fine. Everything else is filler just to shave off some rage. So then you'll use Whirlwind if you have way too much rage. Or before you hit Whirlwind, you'll use Ignore Pain, put that on cooldown just to shave off some rage. Because otherwise you generate way too much rage and you only use your main core abilities. The rest is just excess, you don't really need it, you're just trying to spend it just so you don't have it. You want to have enough just to get a Mortal Strike in there. You know, that's really about it, but that's about it. And then you get talents like this, right? When you're Warbreaker or Avatar, you also gain Recklessness at a reduced effectiveness. Recklessness, just like the Fear Aware Recklessness, gives you the gives you rage generation increased by 100% and crit chance by 20. Crit chance when you auto attack, you're more like when you auto attack, you generate more crit with those auto attacks. So it just ends up being like really strong, really strong. It's just a lot, you know. It's just a lot. But yeah, that's why you use Ignore Pain. So then it's like, you use it in rotation, but it's supposed to be a defensive ability, though because it costs rage, which is supposed to be like a choice of Arms Warrior. Do I use my rage to heal and be defensive with Ignore Pain, or do I use rage offensively? It ends up being a choice of like Ignore Pain, you just send it because it generates so much rage, you can't spend it fast enough, so you just throw in Ignore Pain because of GCD. You can use it in between of abilities, and spending rage results in value, just results in better value. Like especially when you get into like that Test of Might window with cooldown reduction and you're playing the Execute like as a boss is super low. Execute costs a lot of rage. You got rage executing, using Mortal Strikes. Because you're spending so much rage, you are getting back the Warbreaker, which is going to give you more rage regen because of Warlord's Torment. And then because of mass spending of rage inside of Warbreaker window, you get a big Test of Might window. And by the time Test of Might is gone, you have Warbreaker backs. And then you're either in the loop where you either Warbreaking the boss, where they're taking giga damage from you, or you have big Test of Might where you're doing giga damage to the boss. So either boss is weaker or you're stronger, and you never have a window where you're outside of it and you're just spending so much rage you can just stay in that big Execute window. And it's like the longer you're in there, the more painful it is for the boss. And you just keep slamming them over and over with Mortal Strikes, and it's just like feels like a 3-button rotation, and you're just generating so much rage at that point. It's just like you just need to spend it as fast as possible, so then you just start dumping it into Ignore Pain. It is like one of those things that's like, on one hand, it's one of those things that's kind of like skillful, right? Knowing how to dump rage appropriately and being able to make those fast split-second decisions on how to manage your rage is kind of important as Arms Warrior. But like, it also starts to feel jank because it feels like, just the feel of the ability is, it feels like a defensive ability. You know, it's like a defensive choice of, okay, do I want to use that on like a slam, which is supposed to be a rage spender, or do you use it on Ignore Pain to give myself a defensive? You're making sacrifices. But in the current state of Arms, you generate so much rage, you don't even feel like this is a sacrifice of rage. In fact, it's just like the better ability because of the how much rate spending it lets you do. You generate so much of it, you can't spend it fast enough. So the Ignore Pain helps you offset some of it. And that's why it feels weird, because it feels like it should be a defensive ability, something you would use like to keep yourself alive. But now it's just kind of like you just maintain it at all times, which I guess does help Arms Warrior in terms of passive survivability. But I feel like they maybe could remove the rage needed for this one, and let warriors play Ignore Pain if that's what they wanna, right? Maybe even make it automatic, so every I don't know, every so many seconds you gain Ignore Pain, because at this point you're just pressing a button and you can just macro it into anything else. Just every few seconds you gain Ignore Pain passively, and then reorganize the rage spending a little bit. Maybe where Anger Management just gives you like a little bit more cooldown reduction, where you don't need to be using Ignore Pain, and like give you maybe better abilities for rage spending, you know. So I can totally see like why some people would be like, you know what, it feels kind of weird, but like it's doable, but also feels really, really weird. But yeah, it all depends. Cos multiplying, that is a lot of them. That set looks so good though, Jake. That looks so good. I did get that cloth piece the other day, the back piece for the priest. It looks really good, like just by itself. Looks really, really good. Alrighty, boys, we got ourselves a big buff tomorrow. I'm gonna go for the night. Maybe I'll even do a couple of vaults just to fill out their great vaults and stuff. But like, I think at this point I just gotta get myself some food and get a project working on. Thank you all so much for coming by, man. Appreciate you. Tomorrow, big vault opening. Gonna test some of these class buffs and nerfs, and I'll hopefully get some of these characters like set up and ready to go for tomorrow. I do need to get some more gold with these guys. So maybe I'll go do some daily quests, or see if we can maybe go make some gold on the rogue with the work order system. That, or maybe do some more LFR, see if I can get some BOEs. Because if I can get those BOE clothy shoulders, oh, that's so good. Also for a lot. Thanks for streaming, bro. Thank you so much for popping in, boys. Tomorrow we'll be back to regular. Hopefully we'll get a 10-1-7, like an actual class changes for the build. Otherwise, big changes tomorrow. Very excited. I wonder how hard evokers are going to drop off. I think we'll have to give that lizard class another chance tomorrow. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for popping in. I'll see you. Let me actually leave you guys with like a good song. What's a good one? What's a good mix? Is this it? Is this a good one? You know what? That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I'll leave you guys with this one. Boys, thanks so much. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow. Peace.